Welcome back to the Fair Weather Friends. As always, I'm Veg. To my left, Ricky Reyes.
It's early on that.
Before we introduce our guest, since I'm slowly turning this into a podcast about my life, running tale of my life, if you're listening to this now, I had a second interview that I didn't know last time we recorded I was even going to have one. It went well.
Nice.
And then now on Monday, which is like 6 days ago probably at this point, I had a second interview. They did tell me in the first interview that I would find out pretty much within a day if they had a spot for me. So when you listen to this, I either have a job or I got passed up.
Is this an electrician thing?
No, this is a wood processing plant in Burlington.
Yeah.
So something to do while I'm, don't tell them this, but while I'm still trying to get an apprenticeship.
Yeah.
My 5-year plan is to be a Pacific Wood Tech for the rest of my life. No. And then...
Because they're the one on the other side of Burlington Hill, right?
Yeah, right by the freeway by RV Park. And then the Get Rich Slow scheme.
Smart.
On the Scratch Ticket app, where you get to scratch tickets for free, I have $3.25, but also have coins. Huh?
Perseverance.
Yeah. You also earn coins that you can trade in for gift cards. I have not earned enough for even a $5 gift card.
Like gift cards that where? Anywhere?
Anywhere, like Amazon, Visa.
Nice.
And then the other one, where you play games. I don't know how many hours of games I've played. It worked exactly how they wanted. I got addicted to like 3 different games. Still haven't earned enough credits for a $5 gift card.
Caught in the web.
So exactly how it sounds. Getting rich real slow. Luckily I have other income. Otherwise I'd just be going backward. Because I have paid for food and gas and other things in that time frame.
Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, if one of you guys wants to help me, one of my clients has a bunch of garbage she wanted to dump. And like have a hard time saying no to people.
Dumped where?
At the garbage dump.
Oh.
Like she has a trailer, so like get drive out to the garbage dump.
There's a dumpster outside Domino's.
What's that?
You just need help loading it or something?
Loading and unloading.
Yeah.
All right, well, Ricky, do you want to introduce our guest? Since I almost always end up doing it.
Since we are here with the hookers.
That's right. Well,
Newlyweds.
not really the hookers.
We're here with
Yes.
a couple of hookers, Elizabeth and Kyle Hooker. Oh, I'm not a fit. Oh, okay, sorry.
haven't changed our
Got
name
it.
officially yet.
Yeah, one of you guys' microphones is real loud, but I can't tell who.
Awkward.
I think it's Liz's. That's kind of funny.
She's very loud.
She was not. No, you're fine. No, leave it. We change stuff in editing. Whatever editing I do. Still Coit then, huh?
Yeah. Awkward.
So we're here with the technical hookers?
Technical hookers, yeah.
Technically hooker?
She was never very excited about that last name.
No.
How could you not be? That's one of the perks.
Hook and Kyle just high five for those at home.
Hook and Kyle
is
are
that
Kyle, yes.
Everybody.
I high five myself.
Cringing in the corner still. Oh, yes.
But last time you were on, we were trying to watch the football game, Hook. So we sort of skipped the part we usually do when people first come on.
Yep.
Explain how we met.
Yeah.
I met Hook in the womb, considering we were twins.
Yeah. Identical twins.
When did you guys figure out you were twins?
It took a good 13, 14 years.
Yeah, whenever 7th, 8th grade was, you know.
But we definitely all knew of each other in Little League. Ricky was on the Clear Lake team.
I was on the Clear Lake team.
You were like, no.
Yeah, my dad coached the Clear Lake team. That's why I was on the Clear Lake team. We were on there with like Jenner and...
I think you...
But even
Lawrence.
before that...
You guys were a year ahead of me, though. I think.
Were we?
I played up, and then I came back down. What was the team that I played on? Your dad coached. That wasn't the Clear Lake team. With Cody Parker and
State
like
Farm
Adam
Insurance?
Wardell.
Cody Peterson?
Or Cody
State Farm.
Peterson.
Yeah, State Farm Insurance.
Well, that's when I became aware of Ricky, because he was on the Clear Lake team that you were not, because you were on my team. And Ricky was just the
Yeah, because
fast
Dale
kid.
Wardell coached. And Adam was on our team.
And this was the
Was your-
cheerleading team,
Steven.
right?
No. Baseball.
Oh, my bad.
Your dad wasn't coaching the one with Adam Wardell on it? And like
he was
Zach Rose?
He was like a co-coach, and then once, because Dale was the head coach, and then once Dale left, my dad took over as head coach.
I blocked out Dale being the head coach. I remember him playing a basketball team he coached.
Dale was the
State
head coach our first year.
He's really a legend.
I did not like him as a basketball coach.
Did he move along? He probably moved on with Johnny.
I don't know if you went.
Maybe with
coaching-
baseball. He might have gone up and coached higher, because
I don't know.
we started out playing higher, or at least I did, and then stayed back a year because of our August birthdays.
Yeah, those August birthdays really screw you over in sports.
Yeah, I was with the whole Great Mythology.
Unless you're Ricky and you're smart.
Well,
But then I got to high school, I was like, oh, now I gotta play with all you assholes.
Yeah, it sucks, huh?
Yeah.
I tried to quit before even 8th grade and I got sucked back in. But yeah, Little League days, middle school, high school. Because middle school was when Ricky came in to play. So I was actually like 12.
Well, I feel like I knew you since like what, 4th grade? You're probably like my third oldest friend.
Before, yeah,
Because Rainwater.
whenever that Little League team we decided we were both
But
on.
weren't we on like a soccer team together? Were you on
I
like
don't
West
think
Tyrus
so.
team?
No.
No.
Me and Stephen Warren were on teams together every year.
Oh, maybe I didn't play Stephen Warren then. I remember like West Tyrus on our team, and then I switched to football in like 4th grade.
I don't know. That was a long time ago.
That's true.
Yep.
I stuck with soccer. I liked it better till high school, then I switched to golf because, well, I was never getting playing time in soccer anymore anyway.
You weren't that good at like faking injuries.
Nope.
Flop. Not flopper.
Did not flop
Elizabeth
well.
was a good flopper in soccer.
You sports, Elizabeth? What'd you do? How was growing up for you?
Played soccer and tennis, and we did not flop in soccer.
What women's soccer is a different beast.
I don't know. Peter Janicki, expert flopper.
Yeah.
Men's
He's also a
soccer,
great
yeah.
scorer.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand.
They do.
Anyway.
You played tennis too, right?
Yeah.
Is that it? Soccer and tennis?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Saw golf clubs in the truck the other day, though. I was pretty excited about that.
Yeah, because we all went golfing that one time. You remember
Was I there when that happened?
What's
Yeah.
your handicap?
that? 106, I think. I don't know.
Look, your handicap is how many strokes over par you
I know,
average,
I
not
know.
total.
I'm well aware. It's not very good. Because that was the last time I golfed was when me, you, and Liz all went out to Big Lake. You know,
That was a while ago.
That was like probably.
Was it just the three of us? It was, right? Yeah. There wasn't anyone else there.
Yeah, golfing's fun. I'd like to give it a try.
She took lessons. Her and my mom won
we
the
did.
tournament.
Oh, nice.
Well, so we took courses at Avalon, and it's a
Was it
women's
sip and
night.
wine?
Yeah, it's like champagne
Champagne.
and wine. It's like $10, and you get champagne and wine, and then one of the pros comes and gives like 10 ladies a lesson for like an hour, and then
It's
you
a
get
steal of a deal.
free balls for
I
the
know.
driving
They don't
range.
do it for men.
Yeah, my mom and one of her friends did that.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I remember they were talking about doing that. I think it fell apart most of the time when they were trying to do it, but
Yeah, it was fun.
yeah, they don't do that for guys. Free
No.
lesson and
No.
driving range for
No.
$10. Like,
And alcohol.
yeah, like.
That's like a
But I guess it
steal
is.
deal.
They're
Maybe
trying
like
to get more women into the
$150.
sport.
And we did win the tournament, but there was also only one other team competing.
Well, they did a
So-
tournament at the
A
end
win's
of
a
this?
win.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a win is a win.
Take that W.
Yeah. Wasn't some of your strokes kind of questionable too?
It's
Keeping
hard
track?
to say one way or the other.
It was when all the smoke was going on. That's why I said, well, until remember when it was like really smoky
Yeah.
in the summer?
That was actually really
But you
bad.
can't count how many times you hit the ball because there's smoke.
Well, they were getting confused with the drinking and the smoke out there.
We had a designated driver, so anyway.
Of the golf cart?
Indeed. But we won and got more lessons out of the deal, so yeah, it was fun.
We roped you in.
Nice. A Big Lake's such an easy little course. I mean, it's not actually easy. There's water in like several holes,
Yeah.
but they're short. So even
That's
if
a
you
nice course. I like
It's pretty
it.
fun.
for a 9-hole course. I don't remember. Do you remember, Liz, when we first officially met? I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
don't know how long into our dating.
I don't know.
I remember coming over for UFC night when you did it outside, and like you were there, and I
That would
was
have been
still
a
with-
long time.
yeah I was still with Charlene at the time, but I knew that wasn't the first time I had met you.
Was that at the
Right.
I like
McGregor
introduced
fight?
you to Charlene. Yeah, I think that was
Like
McGregor Diaz.
the first one.
Yes.
Yeah, so I remember that, but anyway, it was just
Fucking
like
fighting
random times of showing up. How long ago did you guys actually start hanging out outside of
Probably in
outside of study groups?
Probably 2013. May 24th, 2013.
That's the arbitrary date we picked.
Oh, nice.
We'll pick the 24th because it's easier to remember because that's Gricky's number.
524. That's good.
And I
And
picked
GP.
it, we wanted May the 4th be with you, but we decided that was too early, so we went with 24th because it was close.
You were gonna go with a Star Wars
That's correct.
holiday?
I mean, we noticed you were playing Star Wars in the living room.
I noticed that as soon as I walked in as well.
They were having a marathon on TNT.
What's your favorite episode?
I'd say growing up it was always the third one, which is Return of the Jedi.
The Ewoks?
Yeah, I like the Ewoks and
Yes,
stuff.
Ewoks are the best.
Wait, so you mean episode 6?
Episode
I don't
6
remember
now,
what number.
when we were growing up, it was the third one. Episode
Yes. Third one of the original trilogy.
Always
Yes.
been a big Chewbacca guy. So.
Chewbacca's pretty great.
Yeah.
Actually,
Do
no.
your Chewbacca call.
No, it's
It's really good. Do it.
That wasn't very good.
Was it Levi who does it really good?
Levi does it.
Levi
better
does
than
it
me.
really
But
good.
Oh, that
when we
was
were in
good.
Disney World,
Oh my
we
god.
saw Chewbacca, and I started doing the call, and Rain started doing the call back, and we had like this whole conversation. It was pretty good.
It was intense too. We
That's
met.
fantastic.
Oh, you weren't with
I
me
wasn't
that
with you
time.
when you met
Oh.
Kylo Ren.
Yeah, I met Kylo Ren. It's like where you get to take your picture with them. And
Did he take the mask off?
Do you have a shirt
no,
on?
it was super intense.
I wish.
So they bring you into the back room, and it's like his
Whoa,
like.
whoa, whoa. I don't know
No.
if this is sanctioned. The back room.
I promise it all ends well.
Wow.
Sort of.
That's what I would say.
They're like
It was a
intense.
bleak time.
I'm going to say, if one of the Disney princesses took me to the back room, I'd say it ended well, too.
Depends on which
Anyway.
princess.
Kyle's gonna go home and practice the sword.
That's right.
Lightsabers.
Lightsaber.
Same thing.
No,
They
he's bringing,
translate.
he's bringing a sword.
Yeah.
So we go in back and they have like his crewmen there, and it's like a whole acting gig now. They've really like vamped it up, and so they're like, you just need to stand here, he'll be back any minute, no one make any sudden movements. And he storms into the room and he's like pissed off, and he like comes up and he's like, oh, and I was like, holy crap. I actually was a little nervous, and I was like, thanks for showing up. And he gets right in my face and he's like, I want to rethink that.
In the movie, he seems more sulky than angry.
Yeah, it was
He's got
intense.
he's a hothead though.
He is definitely a hothead. Like when he's throwing his lightsaber around and stuff. And
That's true. I'm going to have to rewatch episode 7.
And
it's been a while since I've seen it.
Or 8, I guess.
I know it wasn't real, but I was actually really nervous, and my heart rate went up, and I was sweating because it was really intimidating.
Was he really tall like the one in the movie?
Yes, he was.
Is that dude Driver, what is his name? Something.
Adam
Yeah.
Driver.
Adam Driver. He's pretty tall.
I remember when we saw the Black Klansman, and I was
He
expecting.
was actually
it to be-
really good in that movie.
He was good.
He's
I was
really
just
good. I've seen him in some other
expecting it
things,
to be,
too,
like,
where he's
a
comedic.
comedy. Like I thought it was like about a black dude who was like blind, and he became like.
You think it's a Chappelle show?
Yeah, I was thinking for some reason.
You thought it was going to be a guy who didn't know he's black
Yes,
and was in
yes,
the Klan?
I thought it was gonna be like the Clinton. Wasn't
Oh,
it Clinton
man.
Bixby or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I
that's
went in
Chappelle show.
expecting, and like I was like, oh man, this is a serious movie.
It's from a real story.
Must have hit you pretty hard then, huh?
Because it's a true story.
Yeah, well I didn't know that.
And then they went hardcore on Trump at the end.
Wasn't the Clinton Bixby? Wasn't that a true story?
No. Well, maybe. Who knows? Definitely not the leader of the Klan like in that.
Well, we don't know.
And Seinfeld even did an episode where they took the limo of the leader of the Klan.
Oh
He
yeah,
was going to give a speech.
George is, yeah. Just spiraled out of control pretty quick.
All right, well, we've got a segment I've wanted to do from the beginning, but it turned out to be a lot more difficult than I thought.
Uh-oh.
I like to call it, how well do you know the things that you claim to be a fan of?
Well, this is a lot of
But
pressure.
after very quick focus testing among me and Ricky, I switched it to fan or phony.
Oh.
I gave you guys a heads up on this, actually. The trivia, so you guys for your honeymoon went to Greece because you both claim to be fans of Greek mythology.
No, absolutely. I watched both of those movies, Clash of the Titans and
Oh,
Immortal. What is it?
Remember the Titans,
Remember-
a football movie.
Don't forget Percy Jackson
And we saw
Oh.
and the
Percy.
Lightning Thief.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you guys did research.
We also watched 2 documentaries,
excellent
but
research.
this was like
That was
right
about
before we
before.
went. And that was more
I brought
about
my book
Athens,
with
like
me.
rise to
You brought
prominence.
no. This is not an open book test, though, Liz.
Okay, I'll put it away.
So me and Ricky will alternate asking you guys questions. This is one you guys
Okay.
work
Oh, no.
together.
This is-
You can work together. We're not.
We don't make a good
Okay.
team. That's why we got picked.
Well, maybe I should.
We felt like
If you want, you guys can buzz in. You want to make
No,
it
that
No.
sounds really
Okay.
dangerous.
We'll let you guys.
I'll just be happy if we get half of these correct, because knowing Meg, you probably got really hard questions.
No, I just Googled it and it came up with something that was actually like it was made for studying. So it was a bunch of things to basically make study note cards out of. So I have no idea if these are difficult or if like
Dionysus.
a 5th grader. Oh,
God,
these are.
mine.
I bet you these are going to be
So-
easy then.
Well, okay, and here's the other thing to remember about Greek mythology. Like much mythology, there's different versions and different stories.
These are all pretty general. I definitely recognized a lot of like the stories and things, but wouldn't have known the details for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
This is the thing in life I'm least interested in. So
What?
Greek mythology?
I'm going,
Oh my god.
It is pretty
Oh,
Wow.
yeah,
You'd rather watch figure skating?
I could go some Brian Boitano highlights right now.
Oh,
Wow.
what would Brian Boitano do?
Well, Ricky, you go ahead and start.
Okay, so time to. Who was Cronus' father?
Kronos is Kronos was like Zeus's father.
Correct.
But who was Kronos' father?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to
Trapped
answer
in
the question we
underworld.
ask.
It's the. They trapped him.
It's
Remember?
not Hades.
No. It's
That's what I
like
was thinking.
the.
It's like
It's
Hades
not,
is Zeus's brother.
I want to say it's like the Titans or something. Remember?
Well, the Titan Kronos was a Titan.
I know,
But-
but his dad was. I think it's the Titans.
Speaking of the
Remember they
micro,
trapped him in
think
a
into the
prison.
microphones.
I'm trying to get further away because if I'm thinking wrong, I don't want to count on tape. You can say Titan.
That's my guess. That's my best.
He's a
guess.
Titan.
No, who is it?
Vic?
You got the paper. I know it because we talked about it earlier, but
Uranus?
Oh, yeah. Like god of Earth god Uranus.
I never would have got that right.
But I think,
I
Obviously.
remember they
I
talked
just got
about
it
it
wrong.
when we went to Olympia.
I think they were all Titans.
Because they
don't
had a
talk
statue of Kronos at
Yeah,
Olympia.
and they don't
That's pretty
talk
cool.
about him very often.
don't worry. The question will come up about
Is Kronos
Titans.
the god of war?
No, that's Athena, goddess of war.
Goddess of war.
Just on
saying.
PlayStation. This is not
Of course it is, even though in real life
Oh,
it's goddess.
God of War.
Yeah.
Kronos. Oh, I don't know.
That's
Cronus? What?
That's
Actually-
from the God of War on
God
the
of War.
PlayStation game.
Oh, I haven't played that. I wanted to play one of them. It sounded good. I heard a lot of reviews.
He's definitely
I've never
evil.
played.
He ate all his children.
The last one, he
Are we
has
sure
a
that's
kid,
Kronos?
actually.
Are we sure
Yes.
we're right about that?
Yes, and
I
then
know they're
Zeus did the
Titans.
same thing.
I should have kept the webpage up so
Yeah, you
I,
should have brought that back up.
I can find it pretty easily.
Because I remember
It was the first thing
he
that comes up when you
imprisoned
search
his
Greek
dad.
mythology questions
Yeah.
or trivia questions.
Check it out.
Check what out?
Is Kronos a Titan?
Oh, I don't know. I'll try to search it here.
I've been told I can't use a book, so I'm gonna double check.
So the next question. This one I feel like should be in your
Kronos
house.
is also a system used to keep your time at the hospital when I
Oh,
first
yeah.
started working there.
That's true. I have to punch in and
If
punch
that
out.
helps.
You guys both work in a hospital?
Cronus, a son of Uranus and G, and the youngest among the Titans. He was married to Rhea.
Was a Titan.
So we said
Technically
Titan,
correct.
so
All right, now I gotta
technically
stop
we
reading
are
this because
correct.
it could give away answers to other questions. I don't even know.
Correct? Alright.
Booyah!
That
Wanna
wasn't,
know?
How many
that
points?
wasn't the question.
1
How many-
and 0.
Hey,
100%.
How many points are you going to give him for that?
0.
100 points.
Wait,
Okay.
not even a half a point.
The question was who's his father? Not was he a Titan?
We
Yeah.
never-
We did. Hook named like 4 different facts during his thought process. You're not getting points for naming facts that you already know.
Wow.
This
We
is
never
about answering
established our-
trivia
So
questions.
we
Yeah,
only
but-
can get credit for naming facts
We
that
never-
we don't know?
We never established our points.
How does that
system.
work?
You
You
get
don't get credit for naming facts that you know, even if it's a question?
I'm going 0.45.
if it's the question you
Thank
do.
you, Ricky.
Alright,
We're doing this in decimals.
Point for-
Ricky,
It's like
everyone
ice
knows
skating.
you're the talent, so
I'm
we
the
go with
fair.
you.
I'm the
All
fair
right,
judge.
it's written down. Next question.
0.45.
I'm gonna be the one who comes out of this the least happy.
That was
All right.
the goal going in.
His goal is just to make us a movie.
No, actually, this was supposed to be the game where you guys get to work together. I thought you'd be good for morale. The one
you know
that
we're not great at
later
that.
is when we split you guys apart later and make you angry with each other. Don't worry.
Ricky's team?
Ooh.
No, me and Ricky aren't involved. We could though, probably. He probably could join you on that one.
I feel like you and May should be a team, and Ricky and I should be a team.
Good, we'll take
You
it
might
down.
you might take that back later, and we would definitely get in the raw end of that deal. But next question, we got to get through these.
We're brothers.
Eventually.
Together.
Look, I feel like this one you should know.
Oh god.
Theseus was given what from the gods
Fire.
to defeat Medusa?
Oh
No.
Yeah, wait.
Shit.
You're lucky I'm not Alex
Oh
Trebek and just
my
stop the
God.
question there.
Yeah, but if you're Alex Trebek, I would have had to say what is fire.
So-
So no matter what you would roll.
Or didn't they give him like? Okay, see, this is
What'd
where
they
we
get
have
him
a
to
problem.
defeat Medusa?
So it was either a mirror or a super shiny sword,
I
so
thought
that
it
he
was a
could
shield.
look, or a shield, something like that, so he could look at the reflection and not be killed by Medusa and turn into stone.
What a cunning bastard.
That's
So
true.
it was either a shield or a sword. You want to go shield?
I would say shield.
All
I'm
right.
gonna give you full credit because it's both. I don't know why you guys felt you needed to decide between the two. It was a sword and a gold shield.
Great. So yeah.
So that'll be a
1.45 out of 1.75. So I would say the first question.
out of
can't count as
1.75? No,
Yeah.
out of 2.
No. The
it's
first question was
Next
not
question.
worded
We
very
never
well,
discussed-
so we're just making it 0.75.
It wasn't worded very well. Who is his father?
Hey,
How is that not
Maybe-
worded
0.75
well?
on the first question.
Keep this away from him. I don't even trust him. He's gonna look at the answers.
I can't see that far.
I can't either.
I only have 15-20 vision.
Okay. How did Zeus become ruler?
He killed his dad.
imprisoned him.
I think they killed him. By defeating his father, that covers both bases.
Man, I thought them getting to work
Defeat
together would
him.
be good, but I feel like you're gonna go defeat him.
He either killed or imprisoned. I feel like he just imprisoned him because he couldn't find a way to kill him. But I could be wrong.
Kylo Ren hook.
Well, because what
Kylo
I
Ren.
thought happened was, I thought like Zeus did to Athena, where he like swallowed his children,
Right.
and then they killed them to get out of them. Wouldn't that kill you? But I just
If
would
it's
say
the
defeat,
Greeks, though.
and then
It was really weird reading these questions, Ricky, and all these like questions coming up about them eating each other.
there's lots
What
of
is going
eating.
on?
I didn't use any of those about eating and who ate
Damn
who.
it, those were the ones we were strongest
Damn
on.
it. I was so confused while I was like, I don't even know if this is real.
Yeah, because Zeus ate his daughter, and then he got a headache. And that's this whole
And then
thing.
he got a headache. All right, what's your final answer? Killed, imprisoned, defeated.
Kylo Ren.
I'm really leaning towards imprisoned.
I like Hook's eyeballing me and
Alright,
Hook's
I'll
staring
let
at me
you
and
take
Ricky
this
for
one.
reactions.
Alright.
Now I'll give you guys credit either way, whatever you go. But choose an answer, but you get credit either
Go
way.
ahead.
Defeated.
Well, it's killed, right?
It's killed.
They
Killed.
did. Okay.
Killed his father, much like.
And
Kylo
his
Ren.
father killed his
That's
father.
what I
They all
thought
kill
you
each
were
other's
saying,
fathers. That's how they all get power.
Exactly.
You guys ever watch the show Supernatural?
Yeah, I recently got into.
Seen like parts of episodes.
We
Great
dig
show.
it.
But the gods on there, any god. Christian
You're
gods,
so far from the microphone.
Any gods, Christian gods,
All right, well, that was
Hindu.
Hindu.
Some Hindu gods.
they actually get their power by people believing in them.
Ooh, the
Like,
Freddy Krueger method.
or
Yeah.
the fairy from,
Bloody
from
Mary.
no, the fairy from Peter Pan. You gotta
Tinkerbell?
believe.
Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell. You gotta believe.
Totally.
I don't remember that.
Or she doesn't have any power. She can't fly. All right, next question.
This question.
When Perseus was fighting Medusa, what couldn't she do? This one is kind of weird. What handicap did she have while fighting him?
Is this based off the movies or the book?
I don't know.
So that's there's
Off the
like
website
a
where I
million
found the
different
question?
Versions, right? So in one, her tail's cut off, and then another.
Well, that's
one,
not
she's
being able to do
blind.
anything, so there's good.
I think she's blind.
We said
I
that's
think
good,
she's-
so I think we should go with that. And I think
No, I'm saying like she named one that like clearly can't be the answer because having her tail cut off isn't not being able to do something.
then she couldn't move correctly.
I
Goes
think
off her
she
balance,
was
right?
blind. I'm pretty positive. Because then she couldn't locate him to kill him with her eyes because she was blind.
Okay.
You could not do.
All right, off Ricky's method, I'm gonna go 0.7.
Oh
Damn.
I
no!
would have gone half if it was up to me. So she couldn't see him, but only when unless he showed his eyes.
Because that's why he's looking at
So
her
she
through
had
the-
trouble spotting him unless he looked at her, and then she could see
Why
him.
would she not be able to see him?
I didn't write this shit,
See,
Liz.
this is the different blind, that word.
She couldn't see him unless he showed his eyes. So that's why I give you 0.7.
Nice job,
You're right.
Rachel.
She couldn't see him for a lot of it. Well, that just wasn't the full. There was a caveat.
14 Thanos
See, I feel like
podcast.
this is a different
see that.
story.
Maybe. I didn't blame Google. It was the first one that came up. All right, Ricky, next question.
I would-
Alright.
There's like 16 of these,
I feel
so.
like you don't
Okay.
blame Google. You blame
Oh, I
the
said-
webpage.
I agree. Check your sources, people.
Wikipedia.
Hashtag fake news.
Hashtag-
Get your own podcast and you check your sources.
Seems like a lot of work.
It is.
Demeter's daughter, Persephone,
Mhm.
Yep.
was kidnapped by who?
Hades.
Final answer.
Damn, that's good.
And that's why we have winter, because when she was kidnapped by Hades, her mother is the goddess of like growth and like fields and stuff. And so when her daughter was taken away, she was really sad and didn't want anything to grow. So that's why we have winter.
That's sad.
It
Knowledge.
is sad. But then she got her back in the
Hashtag
spring.
knowledge.
Oh, here we go. Here's a softball. What were on Hermes' shoes?
Wings.
Because he could fly to deliver messages.
Even-
Also played by Nathan Fillion, right?
That I'm not sure on.
You mean in the cartoon Hercules?
No, in like the Percy Jackson movie. We saw it a
remember who
long
played
time
him.
Oh,
ago.
I haven't watched that. It's a kids movie.
It's got sweet
Young
special
adult.
effects though.
Chicks tend to like kids movies, though.
It's based on a book. Which is something
It is.
I
My
think,
my nephew was reading them a while
You
back.
would be all
It's a
over.
good
it.
series.
You're all about stuff based on books.
I like to read the books, not necessarily watch the things on the books.
I don't know. Sometimes it's good to do both. I need to do like a updated Game of Thrones. I'm like, I think he's got to come out with it soon. So
Oh, the book?
yeah,
Ugh.
I'm way behind. It's been so long since I've read any of them.
All right, Ricky. Next question.
All right. Who is the goddess of wine?
Of what?
Wine.
Dionysus.
I had a feeling that.
That one we know
Well, I thought you
well.
were...
We drink
Said
a
goddess.
lot of wine. He meant God. There's no goddess of wine.
Just say God. I worded it however they did.
Yeah.
I think they just say God. That way, it's not like. Because
Oh.
if you say goddess, it narrows it down to half of them.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Let's see. Apollo became patron of what?
War.
Four-part
Oracles.
question.
Oh, shit.
Oracles. What?
He was like,
Yeah,
because that's
he's
who
the
they
oracle
worship. Like when we went to
We actually went to Delphi,
Delphi, yeah,
which is where
Shit,
the
Ricky.
oracle
because he was like part of like seeing into the future and stuff.
They got very different answers.
Uh,
I was thinking war
But
though.
there are also multiple things. Athena's the goddess of war, though.
He's the patron of. This thing listed 4 different things he's the patron of.
Handsomeness is not one.
Well, it's Apollo and Artemis. I think he's either
What up?
sunrise or sunset, and I can't remember which one because his twin is the other.
I think you're thinking of God of stuff, not patron. I think that's the problem here.
Oh.
I think you guys are thinking along the wrong lines.
Patron meaning.
Of like hunting?
I don't know.
That's Artemis.
All right. Well, it listed music, poetry, mathematics, and medicine.
Oh.
Yeah, I never would have got that.
Mm-mm.
That's all right.
Because there's like a goddess in medicine when we went to the.
God.
Was it God?
I don't even know what a patron is really. So
There's just like patron saints of travel and stuff. You know, superstitious people like it. Stuff I'm just a little suspicious.
in Mexico, we say Patron.
it was the patron of medicine. Ricky, go ahead.
All right. Who did Apollo have kill Cronus? Is that right?
Who did Cronus? Yeah, from earlier, right?
So then Zeus didn't actually kill Cronus?
Who
Is
did
that
Apollo
what
thought
we're
Hades
hearing?
did
kill
it.
Cronus?
Didn't Hades do it?
Hold on.
This is the question.
Question is, who did Apollo have kill Cronus? He got someone to kill Cronus.
Oh.
Who did he get to kill him?
I thought it was Hades back
Who
in
else
the
would do it than the god of death? Hades.
He keeps
Hades?
looking at us like we're gonna
They're
give it
going-
away with our
they're going-
I
reaction.
thought we said Zeus killed them earlier, so I'm confused. But
Did we?
that was the first question I thought.
Who was his father?
No, who was
Oh.
Cronus' father? You guys said Zeus killed Cronus. I didn't make it correct.
No, what was our defeat question? Kill or defeat? Remember?
It was how
Oh, yeah,
did
yeah.
Zeus assume his throne?
That was how did Zeus become ruler?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Okay.
And he killed who?
Getting all of
He
them.
killed his
Hashtag-
father in battle. Is Cronus Zeus' father?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
Because the
contradictory.
Titans
Right.
were like the.
Okay, we'll go Hades.
So it must be a different story.
Going Hades?
It's not
The
Hades, right?
correct answer
But
was Artemis.
we'll just throw a point in there. I don't even, these points don't even fucking matter.
That's why I
I don't
asked
know
what
why
the
anyone
point.
adding up
That's
these
why I asked what
points.
the point grading scale was.
I do like.
There's no grading scale. Just give me how many do you get right. It's not. It's like in trivia. You don't get partial credit.
Yes, you do.
You either get an answer right or you don't. But it doesn't matter anyway.
Hashtag
We're not
free
really
Carl.
keeping track. We kind of were.
All right.
Are we
next.
doing like a Doug Loves Movies thing here where they get 500 points for nothing?
Sure.
Oh, there we go. I like that.
Hook loses 50 points for his team losing in the playoffs.
Ooh.
Artemis
Why
won.
would you even bring that up? Oh god.
Your team lost to my team in the playoffs. That's negative like 100.
It's true. It's fine. I'm not in this anyway.
Plus, nobody likes Russell Wilson.
That's not true.
Hashtag pony.
So Artemis wanted to be the what of Zeus? Wanted to be what to him?
Right hand, maybe?
Artemis?
I don't know.
I would say lover.
That's what I was thinking too.
Well, that's one of
Ricky
his
doesn't know.
children, but that isn't unheard of.
I was thinking lover.
That's weird. Ugh, so gritty.
Final answer?
That's probably more accurate.
Sure.
Maiden, which is mother or lover, right? Basically.
Look, young lady. Yeah. Ugh. Ick. That's incest.
Swish.
You need to tilt your microphone back up. It like went vertical. Well, it doesn't hear you as well. And you could probably pull yours closer to you, Liz. It's funny when you get quiet, you get really quiet, and then when you get loud, it like looks normal. We're good though.
Stand is not like conducive to standing.
All right, we only got a few more of these.
All right. How many different original Titans are there?
Oh yeah, I said there was a Titans question.
Titans.
Original Titans,
Original.
right? Is that what I said, Ricky?
Original
OGs
Titans.
of
Okay.
the Titans.
We're talking Julius. We're talking Sunshine. Oh, wait, Sunshine wasn't original. Petey was original. Got replaced at cornerback.
He's talking about Tennessee Titans.
Oh,
I'm
gotcha.
talking about Remember the Titans.
From Remember the Titans. Not
Sunshine
Tennessee.
wasn't original then.
No, he was
definitely
not. He
Gary
walked
Bertier.
on.
Gary Bertier, that's what I was thinking of.
Okay. So I'm at 10 or 12.
Let's go 12. Go big or go home.
And that is
I was
how,
thinking like 3.
that's how many like main Greek gods there are. So that's why I feel like it would be a reflective number.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Which one did you go with then?
12.
12?
12 is correct. That's
Hey.
12.
Booyah!
That's a 12-point answer.
And
That's
it's
what
a
your
12-point
turn.
answer.
12 point answer!
All right, this one should be easy probably. Zeus had
hey,
twins with Leto. Who were they?
Nice.
Artemis and Apollo.
There you go, Hooks. Shame you need help with that one.
I was showing my Huskies gear off.
Don't worry, none of that will make it into the video.
Time to go live on Insta like Jack Black.
Why is this
He has his own gaming channel now.
I've seen that.
I haven't watched any of it.
a
but,
gaming channel?
He wants to be bigger than PewDiePie. Or
PewDiePie? It
PewDiePie?
He should be already, automatically.
I don't know who PewDiePie is.
PewDiePie. He's a gamer.
All right. In the underworld, where did the good people go?
This is actually in the book I'm reading right now. They use this one.
That's a good question.
It is also, as a hint, it is the name of a brewery in
I was
Seattle.
just going to say, they make delicious beer.
Aslan?
That's
That's
Bellingham,
Bellingham, damn it.
Aslan, and that is a whole different mythology.
thinking-
That's
the
the
lion.
one and only
Yeah.
god, not one of the multiple
Uh,
gods. Gosh.
And this is where they go to die, not the name of a god. They
Right.
go when the good
Well, I know
people.
that was just the first.
Their
I was
version
thinking
of heaven.
I was thinking of that brewery that's not in Green Lake, but in that town that's really close to it. And then
There's so many in Seattle, I don't even know.
Yeah.
That barely narrows it down.
I am not sure. I don't know a lot about the underworld.
I'm trying to think of the brewery.
Obviously.
Hook goes straight for the other clues.
Straight.
Because I think they make space dust, if I'm not mistaken.
They do.
The IPA. Yeah.
They make space dust.
I know, and I can picture the first thing for whatever reason. I can picture their sign, but Aslan just popped into my head, which I knew was wrong,
Stuck there.
and now
It's
stuck
because
there.
we think it's yummy, Huck.
Oh, the men's room original red.
That's,
They make
oh,
that too.
the Ben's room red. I love
Is
that.
it Elysian?
Elysian.
Elysian.
There you go.
But it's the Elysian Fields. But
Yeah.
full
Alright.
credit. Full credit.
Good
Teamwork.
teamwork.
Full credit.
That
I
was
knew.
teamwork.
I knew it started with like an A, and that's why Aslan popped.
It's
in my-
not. It starts with an E.
Well, I knew it sounded like
Elysian.
And I
E-L-Y-S-I-N.
Which is kind of funny. Isn't their logo a pyramid with an eye?
No, that's
an A.
pyramid.
That's pyramid.
Oh, that's the other one.
That's the one by
That was
Safeco.
named well.
They are yeah in Seattle as well. I don't
That's the
know.
one
I don't know
across
where in
from
Seattle.
Safeco?
Oh, Elysian. They have a couple places. They have one down First Ave. That's down the road from Pyramid.
There's one that's like right. It's like the
In
next.
downtown, like right on like Cap
Yeah.
Hill area.
I'm trying to
Oh,
think.
theirs is like the little green berry or something.
That's on the space dust. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a
okay.
hop.
Space Dust is quality beer.
It's
I
good
like
stuff.
IPAs.
I kind of
Ooh, good stuff.
the aftertaste on IPAs. I'm not a big
That
fan of
red,
anymore.
Men's Room Red, though, is super
I like the-
It is really good. All right, Apollo killed Python in the cove of the Oracle of what?
Delphi.
His oracles, I would think so, but they are not on the water.
Well, what is the? So what would Delphi be the Oracle of?
Delphi is the name of a city.
A city?
Oracles
That's where the
were.
oracles were.
Oh,
The oracles. There are other oracles in other cities, but the.
so this is
primo,
a cove
primo,
in the
primo.
Oracle of what? Of the Oracle of what?
I just don't know that story.
Could have been out. The Temple of Poseidon was way out. Benny's on a cove. That's pretty cool.
Bonus question. Who is the Oracle in the Batman universe?
Good joke.
I don't know either.
I was gonna go Riddler, and I knew that was wrong.
Barbara Gordon.
Barbara
Oh.
Gordon?
You've been watching Gotham?
After the Joker shoots her, she becomes paralyzed, unable to move. She patrols the city as the Oracle.
So yeah, at Delphi they had fumes coming up through like a fault in the earth, so like they're just getting like really high, and then the oracle would be like spitting out kind of nonsense, and one of the priests would like
So he's like
interpret
a
it for
rapper?
people, pretty much, and and so these Christians come in and just like wreck everything. They're destroying all of these temples and stuff, and they want people to stop going there.
As
The
they
people-
probably do.
People keep going there until there's an earthquake that like closes the fault, and then the oracles lost kind of their ability.
Ah,
It's kind of interesting.
We don't have.
it's an interesting tale.
It was the Oracle of Mother Earth.
Yeah, I never would got that.
Yeah.
That's right. Like I said, when I went through and like picked random questions on this, I had no idea how difficult almost any of them were. There was a couple that even I knew. So it was like Hermes with the shoes. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Right.
they'll get that. All right, only two more. I think these two should be easy
Uh-oh.
Who
based on the
killed
answers.
Danae's father? Is it
Who's-
Danae?
Who killed Danae's father?
That's what it looks like.
Danaeus' father?
Looks
I
like
don't
an
remember
apostrophe.
everything else.
Based on the answer, I thought it would be an easy question.
Zeus?
Almost that easy.
Poseidon? Hades?
I don't know.
I don't think I know that story either.
I don't know.
Ricky?
Perseus?
Perseus?
I don't remember that in the movie.
I don't-
Demigod. That's a tough story to follow.
The last question. This one I thought has to be easy. Who is the god of victory?
Nike.
Yeah.
Statue.
More than many.
Yeah.
But the statue
What was your favorite
at
statue?
Olympia. That one was actually pretty legit because they had her with like wings, and she was at like ancient Olympia, site of the first Olympics. So it was like the epitome
Yeah,
Nike
that's
statue.
pretty cool. There's a cool Leonidas statue that was completely wrong that was done by the dictatorship that like was ruling Greece for a while, but it was actually a cool statue.
Awesome.
It was more recently done in like the 60s or something.
Yeah, it was sad. So Sparta, everyone knows about Sparta.
Yeah.
Christians destroyed it.
They had
Among other things.
yes, among everything. They had like
Yeah,
a,
Muslims.
I didn't mean
did
for
a
that to be
good
so
job
serious.
too.
so they had just a few ruins for it, and it's such a sad sight that no one cares about it that it's free to get in, and it's just like a public park.
Yeah, because basically there's these like giant churches and stuff up on the hill, and like I believe it was Constantine. They came in, they took all the ruins out from Sparta and built their own churches and stuff up on the hill. So Sparta was pretty much. So yeah, it's just like a small archaeological site now.
So the statue they built was so people would even know what was there
Is,
because it's sitting in the
Leonidas.
middle of a neighborhood and no one even cared about it. And then
We had a really bad place. That's pretty nasty.
anyway, and then
Not the
they
best
did
of
the
your
statue wrong.
visits.
The food was Greek food for us was not amazing, just because we're not really into seafood, and
Yeah, you're not really known as an adventurous eater. Okay.
no, and their
We-
salads.
We
their
did
sa-
try some new things though. What did we try?
Well, we tried calamari, which
Which is
tastes like
gross.
You're
tires.
not a calamari fan?
You never
No.
had calamari? If it's
No.
fried good, it's good.
No, it was
You gotta have something to
fresh.
dip it in too.
I don't think they had anything to dip it in.
Was it not fried?
It
No,
was.
I don't
Yes,
think
it
it was. Was it fried? It wasn't
Yes.
deep fried.
Oh.
It was fried, but it wasn't deep fried.
Well, and you don't want to eat the like actual head. That's the worst because
Oh,
that is
no,
the
we didn't
squishiest.
do that.
The
no.
tentacles aren't usually too bad because they're so thin.
It was just really
It was just chewy.
I like
It's really
calamari.
good.
Yeah,
chewy.
if it's chewy, it's rough.
I'll throw you
And
off.
then we had like a slow roasted lamb that had been
Yeah, that was
roasted
actually
for
pretty
like
bomb.
2 days. It was
Gyro?
delicious.
Gyro.
Oh, we had a
We
ton
had
of
a ton of-
Or
gyro.
Gyros.
Sorry, Euro.
Gyros.
We had a crap ton of gyros. But most of those we ate were chicken, but we had a lot of those.
How is something spelled Gyro pronounced Euro?
That's why this one guy, this really
When it's-
annoying guy on our tour group, like went to the island of it's spelled Hydra, Hy, and he goes, like he was trying to make an impression in front of the group because they're like you'd go around and they'd ask you like, oh, what are you most looking forward to of what we're gonna do? And he's like, I'm looking most forward to the island of Hydra. I talked to a lot of the Greeks and it's pronounced Hydra because everyone else had been pronouncing it Hydra.
Oh god.
And this guy was just the most annoying. Like, we would be off, like, talking with someone, and we'd have, like, 10 minutes to get to the bus and be like, he'd come and stand near us. And, like, he would, like, try to get in on the conversation, but he was really awkward, so, like, no one would talk to him. And they'd be like, guys, we need to start walking back towards the bus. It's like, what are you, my dad? Get away from me.
That would be the one. So I do like that you guys did or I would have like guided tour. Like you don't have to decide anything; it's just figured out. But having to deal with a group of people constantly, that would be rough.
We met some cool people, though. We met, like, Dan from Philly Dan. Worked for the railroad forever. The guy could drink. And then I tried to
Hey.
keep up drinking with him. Oh, my
He
God.
kicked Kyle's ass, and he's like 60. That
Was
was
it, like
pretty
he
great.
drinks like every night. Him and his old buddies, they go down to like sounds like kind of like the Eagles, where they have like music and shit, and they're like drinking at like. He said usually they go home by like 9, so they start at what like 2 or something.
Awesome.
It is funny. He was
To
a
be
funny guy.
retired.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's like
And
me
he's
hanging
called
out
his
with
wife
Dan.
the old battle axe.
Isn't that amazing?
He's like, hey Dan, where's Joan right now? The old battle axe is putting on her war paint right now. And he would do it to her face and stuff. It was so
Oh, God.
hilarious. And
It's a-
they
it's a
had
great
like kind of the accents. He was a huge Trump supporter. It was kind of funny. Like,
Go birds.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the,
but they had a place in the Jersey Shore, and they like have that kind of Jersey Shore accent. They'd always go up there in the summers. and
Jim
stuff.
Tan Laundry.
That's right.
yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was like a smaller group, so there's only 20 people. And then
It's
if
small. That's so many people.
It's not
most
bad.
of the
For
tour
like a
groups
tour
are
group, that's pretty
they're
small.
40 or 60 in most cases.
All right, that would be
So-
annoying.
Right. So it's a lot less people. And then if we didn't want to do anything, like a couple of times we're like, yeah, we're gonna skip this. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And they're like, great, have fun. So you
Just
get
be
the
here by
choice
this
to
time.
do.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
then they've built in a lot of free time too. So it depends on what group you go on.
The one kind of downside is like you see so much of the country, but like there's a lot of riding in the bus.
Yeah, to
And
get from
those
point A to
towns
B.
were not built for buses. They're barely built for two cars to go side by side. Some of them even more. So sometimes we'd be on these like narrow ass roads
Ooh.
up in the mountains,
Oh no.
and then we'd be going into a town, and then like another bus would be coming. So our bus driver would literally staffies. He'd have to back up
Oh god.
like around this like sketchy ass corner. I would have been like sweating bullets if I was him, but
On a cobblestone street.
yeah,
uneven
it's not even
ground.
like a
Yeah.
paved road. It was like pretty sketchy.
No thanks.
Yeah,
He's a professional.
But it
He's
was
definitely a
nice.
professional.
It was nice not to have a care in the world, you know? We didn't have to, like, what time does the museum open, or when do we need to get here and there? We just showed up, it was taken care of.
That's what I liked about doing a cruise. I'd like to do like a full like Caribbean cruise, like 7 or 10 days,
Mhm.
because ours was like 3 days. It was Ensenada in Mexico, and even, that town is shitty, so it wasn't even
So
like
you just like cruised down to there?
fun.
And then-
So it went to, what is the island off California first? Catalina, the fucking Catalina wine mixer. So
you
we
went to the
spent
wine mixer.
10
That's awesome.
hours in Catalina, then back on, and then it went, you're like a day, and then you get to Ensenada and can spend 10 hours or 12 hours in
How much was
Ensenada.
that?
I don't remember. We did it for Kelly's birthday. It was
Oh.
like her 21st birthday or something. Her sister paid for her half, so.
That's kind of cool. We're doing one.
Yeah,
That's,
I like when things are planned and you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, what can we do? All right, we'll do that.
Rome, and then all the Greek islands that we missed.
Nice.
Well, there's like 1,000 Greek
Well,
islands.
all
so.
the big famous Greek
So
islands.
you guys gonna do like 3 years or?
4
So,
years.
where it's Santorini, Mykonos, Crete, and then we're doing like 4 in Italy, Rome, and
Damn.
Sicily. Yeah.
We want to buy a house in Rome because you can get property in Rome for dirt cheap. Like I found this house.
It's
You won't
his
find a
life
house.
goal.
You'll never
Like-
find a house there. Don't even look.
Where?
It's a Seinfeld bit.
Oh yeah, there's nothing available.
It was like literally a half hour outside of Rome, like the heart of Rome. 80 grand, 2 stories. You don't pay. I have clients that have houses there. You don't pay very much in taxes.
Mm.
And there was a a train that went to Rome. Took a half hour. It leaves every 30 minutes.
Damn.
Probably.
For 80 grand. And I was thinking we could probably like Airbnb it out, pay off your mortgage.
So,
live
like,
there.
No joke. Once or twice a month, I get listings for houses in Italy. Kyle emails
Yeah.
me Italy, France.
Yeah, but how much does it
Oliver.
cost you to go visit this home of yours?
Right, that's the problem.
Well, like we got our round trip tickets, not counting the makeup flight that we went to the Middle East on.
Oh,
We got
yeah.
those for like $500 a piece.
we
from New York.
also
That's not too
flew on September 11th, so
Yeah,
we
but
were
oh,
shit.
cheaper.
We flew Emirates.
Is it really cheaper on September
Yes.
11th?
It was only $500 round trip. Like these new tickets we got going to Rome, what were those like?
$2,000.
That's a steal of a deal.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
9/11 is like a once in a lifetime. That's never gonna happen on 9/11.
No, and like they have way
Yeah,
more
it'll
security
definitely
and
happen
stuff.
at least on the 12th.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like way more security on that.
So, good day to fly.
Yeah.
Good, great day to fly.
And we flew out of New York too, so that probably made it cheaper.
Isn't there a few people's birthdays on September 11th?
Tony B.
Tony B and then Kelly's sister Alicia, I think, was September 11th too.
She was the emergency.
What?
9/11 emergency.
All right, Ricky, let's not go on that road. This is a good time for our reoccurring segment.
Wait.
We blowing up, huh?
You guys got stuck.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
You want
We'll
to
get
tell that story?
We'll get to that story.
We
after the
can.
break.
We can do that after the break, and then we
Bam.
got another game. So this is the segment we blowing up. This is where we
Oh.
practice putting in a sponsorship break, and then we
I thought
fill
we
it.
were actually blowing up for a minute. I was like, oh wow.
Oh no, we don't know.
This
We're
is-
hoping.
This is the last one. We'll take it.
So we're
Is
at
it
393 downloads. We got one episode that will have been posted before this one that we're recording right now. So we'll be over 400 downloads, but we expect you guys to push us to 500.
That's a lot of pressure.
This
Yeah.
should be the highest downloaded
If we
ever.
don't get a certain amount of downloads, the thing will explode.
Oh my god.
It's much like
Will anybody get hurt?
But when you guys push us to so many downloads, and we're gonna have a bunch of people knocking at our door for sponsorships, we'll be ready because we practice every episode.
Hey, what was the movie you guys were talking about on the one episode? Because there's like MacGruber, and you're like, oh, I feel like it was like
Popstar?
Popstar Never Stopping. Yeah, because it's kind of like a mockumentary.
Andy Samberg plays a guy named Connor for real, and it's basically like a mockumentary about him being a pop star.
That's awesome.
His group that broke up because he got too famous, and then he was not really all that successful when he was by himself.
But it's generally
It's great.
like a flop like MacGruber was, but it's actually.
But it's got like a cult following, yeah. But so
Makes you sad, Mr. Bieber.
we're gonna go to a break for our sponsor, and then we'll be right back with another game with the hookers or Hooker and Coit.
The almost hookers.
All right, we'll be right back. Hey guys, so hopefully I got that job at the wood processing plant. That way I can go to my parents' house. Now, unfortunately though, I'll be living alone in a small place most likely, and I want to get a pet. Now, I'll probably be out at work 12-hour shifts is what it is. So I won't be able to come home and, take a pet out to go to the bathroom or anything like that. So it needs to be able to be left alone for a long time. And probably small, because, small place.
Sure.
I also really like a pet that can defend itself in case some predator breaks in while I'm gone.
Whoa.
You guys got any ideas for me? What should I get?
Maybe a frog?
I was thinking porcupine.
Porcupine.
You guys do remember
Opossum?
who's sponsoring this episode, correct?
Oh, that's right. Hedgehog.
Oh!
Great idea.
They have quills, right?
They have quills. They can defend themselves. They get a huffy, if you will. Hiss at the predator, scare them away.
Also nocturnal, great vision at night, awful during the day.
Is it awful during the day?
Yes.
Yeah, they don't have great vision.
Sleeps all day.
Yeah, we just tried to go corny in the beginning, so now we can talk for real about hedgehogs. You guys have a hedgehog
We do have
named?
a hedgehog. Arthur, King Arthur.
Which very much disappointed Brett Wachowski.
Wow.
He feels like every hedgehog should be named
Such
Sonic.
an obvious name, though. That's so obvious.
Wait,
And then we would have had to dye his hair blue.
I mean, you wouldn't have to, but
King Arthur is one of our favorite
Yeah, it's great.
stories.
you guys have had him for how long now, hedgehog?
Like 2 years.
All right, and you haven't regretted it yet. That's pretty good.
No, we like the little guy.
He likes cuddling, watching Hallmark movies with me.
Gets really into UFC fights.
Do hedgehogs like each other?
No. So
Oh, thank you.
supposedly the
don't get two.
breeder told us if you get a mother-daughter that have never been separated or two sisters that have never been separated,
Mm-hmm.
they
Maybe.
should be able to get along. But I had a client who said she put two in together and they were fine together, just two random ones. So,
Interesting. Well,
But out in the wild, it's a hit it and quit it type of situation.
that's right.
They don't stick around.
much like Matt Vig.
So anyway,
Mostly opposite of me, unfortunately.
hedgehog plug. We got ours from Hedgehogs Northwest.
Yeah, she's like one of
that
the
in
only
Bellingham?
certified. No, Everett. She's one of the only certified breeders in the state. I think there's only 2 or 3,
Mm-hmm.
and she's the closest one. There's a adoption form you need to fill out,
Ooh.
and there's usually a wait list.
Lori has one, my fiance, and she was talking about next time she comes down, she's gonna bring it and just leave him here.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, we'd be able to pit our hedgehogs against each other.
Was hers a girl?
Name's Nibbler, I think it's boy.
Oh, never mind then.
Goes well with the
It'll
other
be like a
sponsor, our first ever sponsor of the show, Boxer Dogs.
Yeah, boxer dogs.
That's right.
They won't fight each other as long as you can keep the dog out of the cage.
Yeah. Well, Artie did once meet a Chihuahua by the name of Fajita,
Ooh.
and he was really fond of Fajita. Fajita, on the other hand, was kind of scared of him. He just kept running towards her.
Yeah, Chihuahuas have that.
Chihuahuas are pussies. Let's
Well,
just say it.
No, they like to charge bigger animals.
Yeah.
The only dog that ever
as long as
bit
that
me as a
animal
pizza
backs
delivery
off.
man was a Chihuahua.
Yeah.
I wanted to kick the thing, but I didn't. And then the family was just standing there staring at me like idiot hillbillies.
Someone tried to give me a Chihuahua puppy once on delivery.
Oh.
I did not take it.
Good
Moral
man.
of the story: get a hedgehog.
Get a hedgehog.
Get a
not
hedgehog
Chihuahua.
instead of a Chihuahua.
Get a hedgehog from Hedgehogs Northwest.
Or anywhere hedgehogs are bred and sold as slaves.
As long as it's not
Whoa.
Africa.
Well,
If you get a hedgehog from Africa, it can't cross the border.
that's correct. They're also illegal in many states. So
Yeah, like Illinois and stuff, they're illegal.
please check your local USDA recommendations.
I learned so
before
much on these
purchasing a
sponsorships.
hedgehog.
On
This
these
podcast
sponsored
equals
ads.
worldwide.
If
So
you
this-
get a hedgehog, choose any name but Sonic.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I mean, you just look
Yeah,
like
that's right.
And if
you have
see
no
Brett Wachowski,
originality
Tell him to suck it.
about anything.
Pretty much.
So, thanks for doing this with us, guys. This episode brought to us by Hedgehogs. And back to the show.
I precious.
And we're back. So, as you
so
just
long.
figured out, we actually record the fake sponsorship afterward and edit it in. So
like
our guests, our listeners just heard it.
It's like what Joe Rogan does at the beginning of his podcast. You know?
Bill Simmons, he let it in that he actually films or records the whole intro after he's recorded the episode because he gives you an idea of what they're going to talk about.
Here's my question to you, though. Would you rep any good or service, or does that have to be something that you're into, like something you use?
Typically, we do it something that is our guest is interested in.
Oh.
Something. So I can tell you right
No, I'm
now.
saying like if I came to you and I was trying to push like some really crappy
we'll
cigar-
He's doing a
if
moral
for money, we'll do anything.
No. Yeah.
For money, we'll do anything. No money, we do general things that don't actually give anyone any
Oh, okay,
whatever.
fair enough.
You
So
could
I can
rep
tell you
the
right now
product,
that
though.
the sponsorship,
for the
the sponsor for this episode was Hedgehogs.
Oh, there you go.
Hedgehogs Northwest.
I would have said
That's
Edie.
where we got our hedgie from.
It's an Everett.
Well, we'll get into that, or we hopefully got into that when we recorded the sponsorship.
Oh wow.
Because we haven't recorded that yet, as you know. But
You could rep this book for people that like Greek mythology. It was
Oh, yeah,
recommended to
so-
us by a Greek.
all of my
yeah.
questions came from the book Classic Bestseller Mythology, Timeless Tales of Gods and Heroes by Edith Hamilton? Hamilton?
Edith Hamilton.
That
No,
is
none of my questions came from that, but
Right, because that's a credited source.
That's where
by
their
Greek.
that's
Yeah,
where
I
their
don't-
answers came from.
I don't use credit
Technically,
sources.
she was a Greek transplant. She was from.
That's where their knowledge came from, and it got about 70%
Well, I
of.
haven't read the book yet.
Oh,
That's-
I bought it after our trip.
false statement after false statement. What we're gonna do
By you
now?
or by us?
Both.
Oh.
Everything we've all been saying the last 3 minutes has been just false statements.
Most of it,
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
I
Hook
spit
taking a
through.
moment to look at Ricky's Red Bull can. No, we're
It's
gonna,
got Pac-Man on
a new game.
ADHD.
This is you guys-
What I deal with.
You guys will be against each other.
it. So I'm with
no.
Ricky, and then.
No, it's just you versus your
Are you
wife.
afraid to take me on alone?
Yeah. Because it's like a lose-lose
Yeah.
for me. Like, either way.
This game is the newlywed game,
Oh, God.
Oh no.
but we altered it because you're not against another couple. You're against each other. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna ask you guys 10 questions.
God damn.
Yeah, we even brought pens.
So the first
This
time,
guy's on the ball.
this is the most preparation I've
I
ever
wish it
done
was
for an
a
episode.
Pencil, though, 'cause is this pencil?
so that we
This guy's an
can see
eraser.
if you erase.
So again, we're gonna alternate asking us questions. The first time we ask them through, you're gonna be writing down an answer for your spouse.
Okay.
So for example, the first question is, if they can have a free pass with any celebrity, who would it be?
God.
So Hook, you'll write down who you think Liz would want a free pass with, and
Who
Liz,
what was the name of
I
her?
can't
you can
tell
ask us if it's from a movie or something.
What was the name of her neuroanatomy teacher?
Oh my God! I can't believe you
Hook,
brought
celebrity,
that up.
celebrity.
Oh, Mr. E?
Mr.
He's a celebrity. Is he still out watching?
No, this guy was in Virginia.
Ooh, Virginia.
She accidentally texted me that.
I don't think we have any listeners in Virginia yet.
I did not.
She was trying to text Jen,
Oh.
and she gets very embarrassed about it.
So we'll go through all 10 of these. You'll write down your answers for what you think your spouse will say, and then we'll go through it. I'll
That's the
collect.
right one for me, then, obviously.
No. Then we'll go back and ask, and you guys will give your answers out loud, and I'll have your papers to
Okay.
verify if the person got it right or not. The other person.
Man, this is a hard question.
It is for me.
Because she, like.
She has so
She'll,
many.
she'll
We'll do
pretend
it
like
later.
no other guy in the world is attractive.
That's just ridiculous.
Very awkward.
Liz has an answer written down pretty much right away. It looks
Yeah,
like.
because he talks about her all the fucking time.
I really don't.
Is
might be.
Is it what's her name who plays Daenerys?
We need to move on.
I forgot her name.
Next.
I don't know.
I didn't write anything
Hook's-
down yet.
There's like several options. You can leave a blank. You know what it is.
I know this is why
You can
this is the
slide
number
on
one.
seat of your pants later.
I forgot what is the chick who plays Daenerys' name again?
You're talking to a man who doesn't watch
Oh, yeah.
what you're talking
Is
about.
it like, it starts with an E? Emma Clark? Emilia Clark?
Amelia Clark. Yeah, thank you. It was gonna drive me nuts. Hook, you should write that down. I bet you that's who she'd choose.
That, yeah.
I feel like she'd go lesbian for a one-night hall pass with a celebrity.
I could see that.
You mean you can picture it? And
Well, you're not going to get
you
any
want to
better
picture
than
it?
Kyle Hooker.
That's
Yeah, no man is gonna live up.
that's like
So
the
many-
greatest compliment he could give himself, too.
That's true.
So many high fives from Ricky and Hook.
Alright, next question. I'm just gonna fly by the seat of my pants.
All right, Ricky, you got question
All
two.
right. What would be their dream job? / yours.
Well, no. So right now it's just there. I know. I was like, how do I write these questions? So it's like, we gotta read them twice. Ooh, they're both writing quick.
Well, we know Kyle's is a Greek tour guide or Greek Airbnb guy. Airbnb guy.
He could be. I think his dream job might be being Corey's personal chauffeur. Corey's offered the job to all of us.
That's clearly everybody's.
He was
dream
gonna.
I thought that was Ricky's job.
He was gonna. Well, he offered it to me first.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was.
He was gonna pay me in
This is
drugs.
so hard. I'm trying to
That's
decide
where I
if this
came
is like real dream job or like completely ridiculous dream job.
Well,
It's hard.
I'm gonna.
what do you
write
mean?
that.
This
What if we don't even
dream
know what our
job?
own dream job would be?
Well, that's gonna make this game tough. You don't have an
Look
answer.
inside yourself.
You'll have to pick something.
Okay.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Liz still thinking.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna say for who she'd hook up with.
Oh, going back to the celebrity one. I mean, if you can't think of one, you just go with Ryan Gosling.
Damn it, I didn't go with Ryan Gosling.
Oh,
He's like old news. That was like a few years
oh well,
ago.
good
Yeah.
thing you didn't go with Ryan Gosling, Hook.
You can't think of it, and you clearly go with Virginia Professor.
It was like Mr. E?
Yeah, we don't need exact.
Oh, Mr. G. Mr. G. Dang it.
Alright, anyway.
She's
All right.
turning red for the
Stop.
viewers on audio.
What is their biggest pet peeve?
Mm.
Oh, God.
Is it the fact that you have ADD?
That is pretty much
It's
up there.
on the list.
Mm.
They're both thinking hard on this
so
one.
Cut it'd be your.
Yeah, what do you think is
Yeah.
his biggest pet peeve? We should do a Battle of the Sexes episode, Ricky.
With who?
And we could actually be in it. We just need to have the answers be. I don't know. There's that board game. We could just play the board game. I remember we played that with family,
We'll
and
play
then I was super excited because I knew what the number on a bra size means. I knew what measurement that was. They were like, "Why do you know that?" It came up in a college discussion at Western one time for some reason. You guys got them down?
Yep.
All right, Ricky, 4.
What would be their karaoke song?
Ooh, this might be a tough one. Neither of you guys are singers.
I'm a great
Are
singer.
you kidding me?
Yeah, what are you trying
This
to
man
say by
has-
that?
No, neither of you. Actually, Hook does sing a
Whoa.
This
lot. I
man
guess that's
has the
true.
most stage presence I've ever seen.
Thank you, Ricky.
And I've gone to a number of concerts.
you have gone to a number of
Thank
concerts.
just doesn't give me.
I remember playing Rock Band and he was singing and he was trying to get bonus points for his charisma and like, his stage presence, but we just couldn't get it to work.
It's true though, we're not big like. singers
Neither of you guys
people.
jump up and do
Not
karaoke.
Yeah. I don't know if I have an answer for that one for you.
You can come back to it, try to, like Hook had to with your celebrity crush. Or it wasn't crush, it was celebrity bang. Just to be clear. The next question, what is their favorite show of all time?
Ooh.
All time, not like current favorite show.
God.
Mine, Ricky?
Your favorite show of all
Game of Thrones.
time
No.
isn't-
If it wasn't a book, it probably would be. It's Always Sunny. Easy.
shit, that's
Really?
my
Is that
answer.
your favorite show of all time?
I could rewatch those like episodes of that every single day.
One did, but it might just be because it's recent, though.
I know that's you. have
Yeah, but
so
you-
many.
she might
Recency bias.
she might have recency bias as well though when she answers it.
It's
Fun
true.
fact. Mine is Boy Meets World.
I'm not
I
surprised.
would
by
say
that.
Saved by the Bell could be up there.
I'm not a big Saved by the Bell fan.
Actually, probably not
I always
either.
thought it was like
Boy
overrated.
Meets World was better than Saved by the
I
Bell.
like Boy Meets World a lot better.
But Saved by the Bell, just like Zach Morris was just so cool. Like
I
as a
never
kid,
thought-
you were
Haven't
like
you ever seen Zach
him and
Morris's
AC
trash?
Slater.
I thought AC was cool. I never thought Zach was that cool. I thought he was just trash.
Did,
And I
Zach
didn't know this
Zach
shit.
got what's her face off of caffeine pills. He was a good guy.
Jesse?
Yeah, Jesse got
wasn't
hooked to
there
caffeine
something else
pills.
besides-
He hooked her on the caffeine pills to begin with. I
She
believe.
needed help studying for a test,
And he hooked her on caffeine pills.
and then he got her off them.
But he wouldn't need to get her off him if he hadn't have got her hooked on them.
I don't know that it was him that got her on them.
I think that was the whole point of his trash episode. Was like their point. What was the flaw in the episode? It had to be that, right? Zach, it was originally did it, and then
It was like the first time you found out that him and Jesse had been friends for like ever. I think.
Well, and then there's the episode
Turned
where
out
he
they were
wanted
like
to,
best friends.
blackmail the guy for some reason. So like he tells them it's okay to drive Beldine's car, and then the guy's on a date with Lisa, and he lets Lisa drive it, and she wrecks it because Screech jumps out. He makes Screech take a picture in the flash, and then they wreck Beldine's car. After he made AC Slater like install a stereo, so the guy's just trash. I never thought he was cool.
He was cool.
I thought he was mean to Screech too. He's always kind of a jerk to Screech.
Look, for a high
That's
schooler, he was
nerd.
super cool. If he was doing that shit after high school, trash.
two types of people: like jocks, nerds.
What was Zach? Zach wasn't a jock.
Zach ran with everybody. That's what made him so cool.
Ooh, he was a manipulative bastard.
He wasn't.
He's a
Never
fraudster.
showed his true colors.
All right, did you guys get answers for a favorite show of all time?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ricky, number 6.
What is there?
Are you giving away your karaoke song right now?
Biggest fear.
Oh. Rejection. Failure.
Fear itself.
That shows great wisdom, Hook, like in Harry Potter. It shows that what you fear most is fear itself. That was the Dementors, because Harry Potter, the Dementors, the Boggart turned into a Dementor, not Voldemort.
It's true. I remember that.
I don't know what your greatest is, but I know one.
If you're leaning towards one, I can change what I wrote.
No.
Or I can
Hook.
say it if you want me to.
Hook.
Get it right.
Okay. We'll
Oh.
do it later.
Oh,
That's-
sorry. My
that's
bad.
the
My
game.
bad.
This is the game where you guys are against each other.
Oh,
Okay.
man. I'm going to lose
Rick?
this game.
Was I on the next one?
Well,
I don't know,
I feel like my problem is I feel like I know you better than you know yourself. So then
Now here's one.
His,
That is
answer,
true
his answers are
sometimes.
the true answers.
This one's interesting. What would you say? What would they say is their worst habit? It's like Liz. What would Hook say is his worst habit? And Hook, what would Liz say is her worst habit?
Being too punctual.
That's true. I do like to be, but we were late today.
And
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
stressed
no
out the
excuse.
whole time.
That's true. I don't like being late. I hate it.
So, wait, say that again.
So what would
you say?
the other person say is their worst habit?
Yeah, like, what would I
Worst
So
say?
not what you think is Hook's worst habit. What do you think he would say his worst habit is?
This is like a game meant to like inflame.
This is a hard
This
question.
is Matt Vig's mind games.
Yeah.
That's like
It is playing
asking-
Mind Bigs. Mind games.
I had a screenshot of something about Forged in Fire. No, I can't find it. I was gonna bring that up, but now it's not there.
Okay.
Oh no, wait. So I have to write down my own worst habit?
No. What
No.
I think
Your
my
worst
worst
habit is-
habit is.
We gave up
And her
smoking
opinion.
cigarettes.
That's good.
No longer like an alcoholic. God, this is hard. She just cleaned up for all these New Year's resolutions.
Haha.
Thanks.
Hey, we're pretty far into January. Good job for sticking with it.
Yeah, I heard on the radio the average is by January 9th most people give up their resolutions.
I'm not surprised by that.
It's very quick.
I just didn't do one this year. Mine was gonna be to give other people resolutions. So my resolution was gonna be to give people resolutions that I think they should have, but then I forgot.
What was mine?
I don't remember. I was gonna do that and then I completely forgot to do it. So I gave up mine before I even started. Damn, I don't know what happened to that screenshot. I think it's on you, Ricky.
Mine? What would the first thing they would buy if they won the lottery?
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Kyle's is an Italian timeshare.
Oh,
Not
I
a
found it.
timeshare, Ricky. We would own outright.
So the reason I wanted you guys to do this game against each other is because, like a relationship, the strongest steel is forged by the fires of hell. It is pounded and struck repeatedly before it's plunged back into molten fire. The fire gives it power and flexibility, and the blows give it strength. Those two things make the metal pliable and able to withstand every battle it's called upon to fight. So we're helping you
What if we don't
forge
believe
your
in it?
Blow by
relationship
blow.
stronger by making you
Yeah.
mad at each other over answers.
He does that often enough all on his own.
It's true. I'm pretty good at kicking it off.
Good boy.
Like I know all the buttons to push.
Thank goodness.
Somebody's
You're making this whole operation stronger.
God damn.
Eventually.
Language,
she'll get Eventually.
I'm surprised you haven't said language to me at all the whole
God.
podcast so far.
Okay.
Say
You
like,
guys good?
Actually, I'd want her to cheat on this, so then it put it in her head. And I'd get all of them right. Bam.
I don't
I
even
don't know why I was covering up my answers.
I'm covering mine now.
You think if she sees your answers, she'll say those answers instead of something different?
Oh, but she might try to cheat.
Yeah, yeah.
But then, so this depends solely on honesty.
Damn
This
it!
is
I
like
wasn't gonna
when-
bring that up. I mentioned it to
No,
Ricky
this
earlier.
is like when we went
I was like,
to,
because you're
We
going
could
against each
write
other.
it.
that Mormon
You
Thanksgiving.
know what I'm saying? But you could,
in
when you
San
say the answers
Diego.
later.
No, we could write
And,
it
like,
down as
Darren, we're playing the game. What was it? Settlers of Catan.
Oh, we could have done that,
That's
but
what
that won't be
it
as
said.
fun.
And, like, the kids like,
We will. I think
if I say I want your
there'll be some
iron,
calling
you
out
have
if
to
you're
give me
giving
your
answers
iron.
that are
And Darren's
obviously
like,
fake.
Yeah, but what if I just lie and say I don't have any iron? He's like, you can't do that.
Well, you
Darren's
can.
like, but why can't I just say that? And like, kids like, but that's against the rules. It was just so funny. The kid had never been exposed to a man like Darren.
Oh,
before.
Darren.
All right, second to last question. What is their favorite food? It could be a snack food too. Doesn't have to be like
Can
a
I say
meal.
like a broad category?
Well, how broad?
Like Italian.
No, you cannot say Italian. That's like 15% of all foods, whatever.
Anything with marinara sauce?
Well,
I should make sure this.
Of,
I didn't plug the laptop in. I should make sure it's not going to go dead.
ooh, but you also do like Asian one. The
About 2.5 hours.
man, this is a hard question. Because
It's not hard if you know your wife.
It's true, but she loves. I know all of her favorite
Probably not hard
shops.
for her.
It just passes right by that. True, but
Yeah, mine is like the everyone likes mine. We were talking about that today at lunch. Like I didn't order a cheeseburger. I ordered a
He's not even-
turkey sandwich.
he's not even going to hope that you go a different route.
Dang.
This is a revelation, huh?
I know. It was actually pretty good. We went to Calico Cupboard. I just felt like they were overrated and overpriced, but
Calico Cupboard? Oh, that's in Mount Vernon, right?
yeah.
Downtown Mount Vernon right there. Is pretty
Oh, wait a minute. We don't promote things on this podcast. They didn't pay us.
We didn't go to Calico Cupboard.
You ever go to the
Trick
co-op?
question.
No, that's fine.
No,
Local.
Never got.
We promote local.
good.
Just say.
Got one? I see you
Yeah.
writing.
Next question.
All right.
Last question.
What is it me?
Yeah.
What is your biggest fear? Her biggest fear? Or his biggest fear?
Oh, we did.
We already did this one.
Ooh.
Yeah, you should be on your last one.
That is the last one.
Trick question.
Did I screw up the numbering?
Okay, we'll change fear to feet.
Did you skip one?
What is her or his biggest feat?
Like, what are you at? 8?
Oh, no, I just wrote it down twice, literally. All right. Let's go up with a different one on the spot.
Dun, dun, dun.
Pressure's on us. Because I screwed up and wrote down the same question twice.
If they could turn any road into a dead end. Which road would it be?
Yes.
That works.
All right. Well, at least both get 1 point. Well,
All right.
she has a built-in 2 points.
Turn your papers in.
Ricky.
You want it? You got hooks? You're going to
Oh.
just
What is it?
put a check if they get it right or something? I don't know.
I don't know.
You're going to grade it. So we're going to go back through the questions and get their real answers. So, Liz, if you can have a free pass on any celebrity, who's it going to be?
Did you write someone?
I did.
Ooh, he did. I see it. Good choice, too. I would probably go that route.
So, like, no joke, I would never do that ever, and that grosses me out to even think about it.
But,
Like, I would never in a million years bang anyone else.
all right,
But
fine. Candlelit dinner, a night out. It doesn't have to be banging.
I guess most recently I'd go Aquaman.
Ah,
Oh,
Jason Momoa.
Momoa. That was a good. I said Chris Pratt.
That's a good guess, too. He's kind
Two
of
very,
overdone, though.
two guys, yeah.
The
I
I'm
just
worried
read
about
up
is like
over
just
him.
such a Christian that it's kind of a
Yeah.
turnoff, you know.
Who is?
Chris Pratt.
He's very
Is
Christian.
he? Oh.
And it's-
But one cool fact
Is
about
that why
him
he's
is
engaged so
somewhere
quick again?
On yeah, probably can't have sex with him. But he owns with one of the Noguera brothers. He owns like a farm on one of the San Juan Islands.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's what someone was saying. I forget who else said that.
I think it was me.
I mentioned that. You
It
might
was,
have. It's probably you. Hook, your celebrity for a night?
Khaleesi.
What? I put Gemma.
I don't think Jen Law is as attractive.
You are
as he-
obsessed with her.
I'm not. I just thought it was funny because you would get so upset.
Oh,
I think
Oh.
she's. I thought Jen Law was cute and relatable, but I never thought she was that hot.
Jen Law.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh,
That's
I've
her
never
name.
heard it
Hey.
called Jen Law. It was throwing me off.
She's a birthday twin.
Is she one of our birthday twins?
Same year too.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Ben Affleck.
You might have to
also
change his
did.
answer. Yeah, very creepy. You can't have like incest with your twin.
And I
We're
feel
all
like
just
you
sperm
only
together.
said Khaleesi because Matt brought that up.
No, I'd go Khaleesi.
Uh-huh. As
I think she's a little
Khaleesi or
overrated.
a real person.
She's very
That's the
cute,
problem.
but she's a little overrated.
You would go with her as the dragon queen, not as the actual person she is.
Well, I wouldn't do any of this.
It's all a moot point. All right,
Next question.
what was the next question, Rick?
Next question. What would be their dream job?
I said her dream job would be a home
No,
designer.
what is
No, what is
what is
yours?
yours?
Occupational therapist.
What is
What
your
is
dream
your
job?
dream
Oh, my dream job.
We're gonna see if she got it right.
I'd say dream job, probably baseball player, because you're making like millions of dollars, and you're paid just to like play
She
baseball.
wrote like 4 things.
No, so I wrote like
High
your,
school
your real
weightlifting
dream
teacher / football coach.
Job. That'd be like your real dream job.
Saints receiver for dribbling.
I said
that would be
would
pretty
be your
badass too. That would be
unrealistic.
pretty awesome. I just think
Dreams can be unreal. Like I don't know.
I'm just thinking the wear and tear on my body. You know, it's like too much in the NFL, so I went baseball. But that would be pretty cool to be.
You made
Maybe
the
a
same
tight end
decision.
for Drew Brees.
Here we go.
You're pretty short for a tight end.
I know, but I could block, and like I gotta play tight end
Fullback.
and flag football.
Well,
That's pretty
fullback.
cool. I think Drew's fullback.
Open up some holes
Yeah.
for
That'd be good.
the running backs.
And,
Kamara. I think Ingram's probably gone.
Probably. All right, Liz. What was your dream job?
Yeah, I mean, it's what I do. OT.
I also said home designer.
That's pretty
I
good.
threw in
too.
like a home designing.
You guys
OT.
both gave 2 answers. All right.
0.5.
Liz out to a 0.5. What?
You only got a half right.
You only give me that. All right. What was the third question? Your favorite show of all time, Liz?
Charmed.
I put Supernatural for you.
Ooh. They're both on the WB network.
No,
I don't know how
You know
Ricky's.
how much I love that show.
I didn't think you
That's
liked
number 5.
Charmed as much.
Oh, I jumped past one. I'll
You
go
jumped
back to
past
it.
2, didn't you?
I'll go past it.
You did.
I did 3.
What's your favorite TV?
I have the odds. He has the evens.
Uh,
Favorite? Yeah.
my favorite TV show of all time.
That's tough for you.
That is tough for me.
I know,
'cause
he
there's
has
a lot
like
of
a
shows that I like
million.
a lot. So I really enjoyed Psych. I liked Monk a lot.
Oh, Psych was good.
That was one of our favorites.
I felt like Game of Thrones was pretty up there. I enjoyed that one. I like the Uhtred, son of Uhtred, but not like favorite of all time. I'm gonna go Supernatural. I really like that show.
You got recency bias too. She tried, thought it was Game of Thrones.
I want Supernatural. I don't know.
Of all time?
I guess I don't know. That's a hard question.
I know, you have a million.
I get very attached to characters.
I could
and
have
stuff,
listed all of those, though.
Yeah.
Just
I feel
top
like we're
5
both
next
pretty
time.
close, though,
Yeah.
I
You a
mean,
fan
those
of
are both in my top 5.
the Charmed reboot?
I haven't seen it yet.
Me neither.
It's just the same show but with different people. Like,
Well, and they made it like super SJW.
And they're college age, not like adults.
Aren't they all in
yeah,
their
but
30s
none
now,
of them
too?
are Alyssa Milano,
Some of them
so
are.
I'm out.
Yes, I would agree.
I never thought Alyssa Milano was that cute.
She is.
Yeah,
like
you're just
man.
wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm wrong, or yeah, you agree.
Take off his half a point. No. Ricky, you got question 4.
And question 4. What would their karaoke song be?
Interesting.
I couldn't remember the name of the song because all I could think of was.
I couldn't remember the name of the song either. That's funny.
Journey?
What was your?
Yeah, I would say what's my stupid graduation song? Is it not
That's
All
what I
Right?
said for you.
Was it?
Bingo.
I can't remember what it is though. I don't know the name of it.
It's
a
like where
Journey
they-
Did he write graduation song?
No, he just wrote Journey.
I thought
Journey.
for
It is a
graduation
Journey
song.
song. I can't remember what it is.
No, I'd probably be the greatest song in the world by Tenacious D.
Oh,
Oh.
God, I should have done.
I've actually
Tenacious D.
sung-
That's why I was surprised because I'm always singing Tenacious D.
Tribute. That
Yeah,
that would have
tribute.
been my.
I actually have sung "You Don't Always Have to Fuck Her Hard" on karaoke at the Overflow in
Fucker
bowling.
Daily. Yeah, it's a good song.
Karaoke, I did the Supernatural song. You sing that one all the time. What's that theme song?
Oh, Kansas?
Down in- No, what? I don't know.
No, it's a song by Kansas.
I know. I'm just-
Dustin
Carry
Hoffman?
on
Yeah.
my way.
Oh yeah, Carry On My Wayward Son.
Oh, is it the Journey song?
No, that's Kansas. The Journey song is like,
It's the one where they're on the subway.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not important.
All I can think of is Jack and Diane and then Living on Prayer. Oh, it is Living on Prayer.
No, that's my
No,
favorite.
that's
You thinking Don't Stop Believing?
Don't
Yes,
Stop Believing. Yeah,
there we
that's what I
go.
was thinking.
I
That's
said living on
totally
a
what it
spare.
would be.
All I can think
Living
of
on a
is-
spare was our bowling.
Oh,
I'm
that's right.
surprised you
Upper.
got that. Didn't even know what I would have put. Good
I
job.
knew you would put that. Come
All
on.
right, so going back to the one I skipped.
Number 3.
Your biggest pet peeve?
Mine?
Yeah,
Not getting the laundry done in a timely manner.
nailed it.
That's
She
exactly what I
I
nailed-
wrote.
figured she would.
Come on, not doing the laundry.
Like, I have to like dig through the dirty clothes and like wear dirty clothes to work and
Oh, that's
stuff.
hilarious.
That's a tad dramatic.
It's not.
You dig through the clean clothes. I just haven't folded them and put them away yet.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Doing laundry is a 3-step process: washing, drying, folding.
And someone's very specific about where they want things, so it takes a while.
You had the choice. You chose laundry over
Okay,
dishes.
Wait,
I also clean the house
Okay.
and I do all the dishes.
Hold
you
on.
have the choice.
I have 2 laundry-related questions. Do you guys fold your boxers?
Like in half, maybe.
I throw it in the drawer.
Thank you. Number
You
2.
couldn't get away with just throwing mine in the drawer though. There's not enough drawer space.
There is. You just like them folded. Number 2, do you match your socks together and roll them inside out so all of your socks are perfectly matching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you not match your socks?
Ruins the
No.
elastic on the sock.
Ricky and I are on the same page with laundry.
The socks only stay good for like a year anyway before they're worn out.
Exactly, yeah.
The bottom wears out way before the
No,
elastic.
Absolutely.
He has
not.
like black socks, but then one has like a blue stripe and one has an orange stripe, and the stripes have to match up, even though no one can
Yeah,
see
that's
the
normal.
fucking
Yeah,
socks
but you
in
know.
your shoes.
You know.
What if he wears shorts?
Yeah.
They're
I always
not
wear
tall
shorts.
socks. They're short socks. Like
And-
the
and the-
stripe is on the side,
You've never
where
had
you can't see it in the shoe.
Tall socks that drip down your leg because the elastic side.
I don't
It's
wear
terrible.
many tall socks anymore. That's why, like, my thing with socks is once they're bad, just get rid of them.
Ricky, if you want to
It's
trade laundry, I'll do yours. Throw them in the drawer. Throw the socks.
It's all
Yeah, then you
good.
gotta
It's
dig
all
through to
nice.
find matching socks.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt.
Instead of just grabbing a wad that you know is too.
Imagine, like, okay, so let me paint a picture for you.
Oh my god, we need to move on.
You wake up in the morning at 5 a.m.
This is why we did this.
Let's paint a picture. You wake up in the morning at 5 a.m.
Which
and you're
only
try-
happens like once a week.
3 times a week.
Whatever.
So
Even once a week, shit.
it's 3 times a week.
For me, it's once a
anyways.
month.
So you wake
Oh,
up
okay.
at 5 a.m. You're trying your best not to wake up your partner, so you don't turn on the light. You're going by the flashlight on your phone. You're groggy. Oh, you go into the drawer. Oh shoot, no clothes for work. Dang it.
Oh my
Then,
God.
At the foot of the
Wait,
bed.
you don't lay them out the night before?
At the foot.
Exactly what I was
joking.
Of course he was. At the foot
Lay
of the
them out
bed.
with the light on the night before.
At the foot of the bed, you have this laundry basket full of clean clothes, but there's probably at least 3 weeks worth of clothes in it because they haven't been folded, and so you're just rifling through these, trying to be quiet, trying not to wake your partner. All of a sudden, you're running behind. You've set it up to where you always open 5 minutes early, so that's what people have come to expect. So you gotta be in there. Now the pressure's on you. You know, do you have enough time to get your full 2 minutes of teeth
Ooh.
brushing in? I don't know, because you spent so much time rifling through your clothes.
That's not something you want to sacrifice.
No, that's not something you want to sacrifice.
All right, Liz, your pet peeve? Your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest
Uh-huh.
pet peeve.
We'll see if he got it
There was
right.
2 different ones I could have went with. So
I'm gonna go with obnoxious electronics.
yeah, not paying attention, ADHD.
That was my second one.
That's what I put. That would be obnoxious electronics, wouldn't it?
Well,
How was that obnoxious?
I'm meaning more like not only do we have a nice TV, we have to upgrade that TV, and it has to get bigger, and we have to have a
And then-
sound bar because the sound doesn't go with
It
it.
didn't have to get bigger.
You
And
gotta pull that.
when
You can
we
pull it toward you.
when we open up your drawer, there's like 50, 60 cables. We don't even know what they all.
I have a
go
bag
to.
of just
Everybody has a
Old
cable.
cord.
Yeah,
It's in a bag in storage
I
now,
throw
but
them away.
She doesn't know how technology works very well.
You might need those
Like she
again.
always says,
No, you
just
don't.
like I just want it to work. And it's
He's-
like just let me set it up.
He's
It'll
got a
work.
Liz,
reputation.
we
to
would
maintain.
not have 4 working microphones right now if I didn't find a random cable in that chest.
You do not. You better not have microphone cables.
I do have microphone cables
Oh my
because
God.
of our wedding.
Oh.
Because of our wedding.
True, yeah.
Because of our wedding.
Yes,
Remember
our wedding.
Remember that?
Well, so who got that wrong then? He said
Let's
of
not bring
ADHD or
that up.
ADD.
Paying attention.
Huh?
Paying attention.
That was the second one.
But yours is the fact that he likes to that he has to upgrade all of his electronics.
Like, he
And has
keeps all
multiple
of them.
electronics, and that he keeps them.
So that's different.
Okay, yeah, I got that.
It's
one.
more like hoarding.
Hoarding
ADHD was gonna be.
Hoarding electronics.
That one was a close.
You don't
I
have to
like
write
not
down the
paying
real
attention,
answers.
Because you're
Yeah,
obsessed
I
with
do.
attention.
I do. I like it.
Ricky's taking this grading thing way farther. Liz has only gotten 1 right so far.
Oh, what?
I've only got a
We
0.5.
got a 0.5.
That seems
He's
wrong.
got. I put I'll allow for Journey.
Bam.
I allowed it.
I didn't
it's
get
too-
my-
Well, you allowed
I
it.
didn't get the dream job question right.
No.
Nope. General, you have like ones that are like ones he considered, but you just keep choosing the
Wasn't
wrong like
close.
final answer.
Yeah.
Baseball player came out of the field.
I actually thought it.
I know.
I
right?
thought it
I
for
was
some
just-
reason.
I was
Softball player. Man.
Probably because we were talking baseball earlier.
That probably.
Talking Little League. What was the 6, Ricky?
Biggest fear.
Ooh. Who wants to give their biggest fear?
Oh, her biggest fear?
No, it was
My
yours.
biggest fear.
We did the each
Yeah,
other's
that's
thing,
right.
remember?
I know.
This is the attention thing.
My biggest fear. That's kind of hard.
I don't know what your biggest is. I just put one of your fears.
I'm not a big fan of spiders. Yeah, I'll go
That's what I
spiders.
I was gonna say sharks.
I don't mind sharks a ton because I feel like they're.
It just doesn't come up very often.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like you don't have to consider it.
For yours, I put being alone.
Well, why'd you tell her? She hasn't given her answer
Oh.
yet.
Like later in life, yeah. I guess.
Dying
But
alone?
like immediately, I'm afraid of heights. I don't like heights.
Me neither.
We did Angel's Landing together. So that's,
But we didn't make it all the way to the top because I was afraid.
Oh, that's true.
Is it 2-2? How many points you got Hook with over there?
0.5 on there.
1.5.
Ooh, so she's actually up on you by half a point.
Damn. How quickly we change.
All right, 7. What would you say is your worst habit?
My worst habit?
Yes.
Like, I
Because
would
we're
say...
answering questions about ourselves
Okay,
right
hold
now.
on. I would say, like, if we have cookies, I'll eat those cookies.
So, okay.
So I just don't want to buy cookies. I don't want any cookies around me.
I'm going to give her half credit. She said sleep eating?
Yeah, that is a bad habit. I do sleep eat. It's terrible. It's like sleepwalking and then I eat.
I'm going to give half point for that. Because you did say eating.
Yeah.
My bad habit.
Ooh, I think I know what I should have put. I put something else, but...
Would you like to quickly change it before she gives her answer?
Go ahead.
Well, then, I don't know. It's not something you can control, really.
Okay, then don't put that.
Okay.
You guys are helping each other way too much.
Maybe we are a good team after all.
We're terrible team.
This is the secret of
You're good at being submissive to each other?
That's a bad fucking habit.
Every guy I know who's like the first like couple of years they're married, they play with their ring constantly.
It's awful.
That's
I hate
exact-
having it on my finger. It just is
Are we
a
really
pain.
gonna get into that right now?
I won't like it. I've
It's
never,
awful.
even wearing a watch, it
I don't
bugs
even
me.
like wearing gloves.
I
Oh,
can't
that's
wait
weird.
to wear a ring for the rest
You
of my life.
literally bought yourself a Fitbit and you sleep with that fucking thing on. If you can tolerate it,
looser
you
than
can
this,
put.
It's looser than this.
Hey, he tolerates the ring.
I do tolerate it.
You should be glad that he wears it. If he loved wearing it, then it wouldn't really be that great that he wore it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you're just wearing it because you love it.
Okay, so.
So yeah, you're bad.
This
Ricky,
has
that was
been
a good
quite the
move by you, sir, because I know she was listening.
Yep.
She was one of our 3 listeners.
Bad habit. I'm gonna say I stay up way too late reading, and then I regret it.
I put laundry.
See, for her though,
There we
she
go.
doesn't. That was
Right.
a problem.
I don't think of that as a bad
The question was,
habit.
what would you say
It's
what would
true.
they say their bad
It's
habit
true.
is? And she doesn't consider that a bad habit.
I do not.
Stay up late
I mean,
reading?
it's not great.
For
but
that,
She's
Yeah,
obsessed
like-
with these romantic books.
Anyway, like this week I stayed up till 3 a.m. reading a book because I
Wow.
want to know how it ended.
Do you have like a Game Boy?
oh, I
light
hate that when
so
you get to the
don't
last
get
100
fouled?
pages. Well, my books are usually like 600 to 1,000, so when you get to the last 100 pages, you kind of get stuck
Yeah.
wanting to see how it ends.
Well, that's the problem. It's like a movie, right? You want to watch it till the end, and then I get really tired and have an awful day at work.
I usually don't have to get up, so I can just do that.
That's pretty nice.
Ricky, what was 8 again?
Number 8. What would be the first thing they would buy if they won the lottery?
Talking to me?
Both of you. Anyone can answer.
I
What's the first thing you would buy, Liz?
Like trips. I would just go trips
Damn it.
everywhere. all over the
Vacations?
place.
What
I'd
did-
buy land/property. That's what I put.
Land slash
Oh,
property.
come on.
Well, Hook, what you
I
wrote,
got-
what you would buy, Hook?
I wrote what she would buy. I thought we would buy the same.
Oh, so. Oh, and you. That's
so
yours
you
too?
You went like realistic.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give her half credit then, because she did list land and property. So
Oh,
again, she
come
gave
on.
multiple answers.
Well,
I
that's
did.
not
I
fair.
did too.
She
Trips would have been what else I would
Wait,
have wrote.
did you guys
I'm
put
sorry.
land and property, both of you?
No, she put Superdome, house in Europe. So she at least
You
did.
would buy the Superdome?
You would buy the
She's saying what you would do. Did you not understand how this worked the whole time? I feel like once we got to like question 6, you forgot what was happening.
This is what I'm talking
You were
about.
supposed to give what they would answer.
Oh my gosh.
Well, no, I was giving what she would answer. I just forgot when you were reading it loud.
So
I
I'm giving
just
her-
got really excited.
I'm giving her half
You
because she listed. You said you would buy land and property. She just listed specific land and
should.
property.
That's not worth half points. I would not buy the Superdome, but I would buy. Yeah, over in Europe. That's true.
That's why I
I
got
would
half.
have to win like
That's
a
why it's half.
multi-billion-dollar lottery.
He didn't give us
Just
a number.
To own the
That's true.
Superdome, I'd probably have to own the Saints.
No,
And what are the Cowboys worth? $4 billion?
Yeah,
the
they're
Cowboys is the
highest
only team that does own their stadium. Jerry Jones paid for every cent of it.
Really?
Every other team usually
Like a
gets the
boss
city
shit.
to pay for it. Actually,
I thought
Seattle's
it's like a partial.
Seattle's gonna be different. Some of them will put some into it, but
Yeah.
Seattle's is gonna be completely paid for by the investment group, the Key Arena. That's
I
being
could become the Smoothie King.
refurbished.
You
Ooh,
can call it Hooker Stadium.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
But
If
you
name
just said you
Hook's
didn't
house.
want it.
So what is the Superdome?
Well, I would
It's
want it.
actually
I
got a
just thought I'd have to
sponsor.
buy the,
Look, who is the sponsor for the Superdome right now?
you guys were just there.
Mercedes-Benz Superdome with that.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's
it's Mercedes.
it changed recently, right?
But I thought Tom Benson owned like a bunch of car dealerships and stuff.
No,
I could be wrong.
Safeco is a T-Mobile
T-Mobile.
park. Ugh,
Arena
Sounds
or
weird.
park?
I think it's
park, I think. Huh?
Oh no, T-Mobile Arena is in Vegas. That's where they do like.
Yeah,
the
an
UFC
arena
fights.
is
T-Mobile Park.
like
That sounds
basketball and stuff.
Yeah.
Looks
If
terrible.
you won the lotto, you would buy our house.
Yeah.
I love that.
Liz, yeah, you did cheat a lot. You listed
Yeah.
multiple things on like 4 different
I'm
answers.
sorry.
Wow.
Okay, listen to this. ADHD.
I don't even know why
brain.
you put-
We're
so-
lucky he can even select one answer.
So the
Of
next
course it has
question-
multiples.
Yeah, the next question was favorite food, which we all knew
I put 3.
hooks, and she put 3 things.
Okay, see if
You
you
came
can
up with
list
3
all
things?
3.
Wow.
I'd say burgers.
Yeah. Please, what do you eat 2 or 3 times a day?
You have a cookie
Yes.
problem.
She's only getting
Cookies?
third credit
you
for
eat
this.
cookies
No,
2 or
like
3
protein
times
She
a
bars.
day.
listed 3 and one of them
Did
was
you
correct.
hear?
Protein bar is good. Yeah, but you also told him that there was multiple answers. He wouldn't have said that if you didn't.
Well, who cares?
Well, that's the
It's
thing that's
same
just really
top
high in
3.
fiber and
I gave her
protein,
point-
doesn't have a ton of calories, so I feel like it
Whatever.
tastes pretty good.
I gave her .33 hook because she listed 3 and one of them was the correct answer.
Maybe pizza?
My,
Peanut
No.
butter.
Oh, peanut butter. Oh, I love peanut butter.
see, this is what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. He's literally like going with what the ADHD brain says. Whatever Vague said, it's close by. Oh yeah, I like that. Wait, I also like this. Wait, that's
You see what I
pretty
put up
good
with
too.
here?
Tacos.
This is why I did.
I enjoy tacos.
She seems to know you very well.
But I don't like
Lamb.
I like lamb. I love lamb.
You don't love that?
I don't I don't like tacos from like El Gitano or like anywhere like that. I like homemade tacos better. I don't know why.
Marination in Seattle. It's like Hawaiian place. Best tacos.
Really? Never heard of
Hawaiian style. It's like
Homemade
a
tacos
slaw with like, you know,
You mean like
the
American
meat and
tacos?
stuff is.
I don't know. I just don't like. There's something about like El
Because the
Gitano.
Mexican street tacos are like that big. And
I like those
Right.
ones. I like
you
those
like
ones.
when
Those
they
are
don't
pretty
have like the sauce and all the cheeses and all the beef.
good. Yeah, I'm good
too
with
much
just some
stuff.
ranch.
Oh, so you like street tacos then?
Yeah, I like street
Ranch?
tacos. Like
No,
a little
they
bit
would-
of ranch,
Yeah,
They would
we do
never
ranch
put-
in ours.
some cheese.
They would
Always
never
put
do that
ranch
at
on
a
tacos.
truck.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They would never do that at one of the food trucks, would they?
No.
I don't like those because I don't like onions. And usually when you get
Oh,
those
no
street
onions.
tacos, it's just
Oh.
onions
Oh,
and
yeah.
meat
It's
and
just-
cilantro.
You can't really taste those onions though.
Yeah,
Liz, your favorite food?
mozzarella sticks
Damn it.
for
Ooh.
sure.
What did
I
I
was
say?
thinking Italian, so I put pizza.
You were. You told
That would
us all that you were
probably
thinking
be
at the time.
my second one.
I figured
Pizza.
I said mozzarella sticks was up
You
there
did.
when Ricky said marinara.
You did.
She loves mozzarella sticks.
Mozzarella
I do.
sticks are delicious.
Oh, then you guys better both have got the last question, right?
Wait, what's your favorite thing to dip those in? Or do you see them?
I mix.
Wait a
Ranch
minute.
And marinara. I like both.
She's
I
double.
think
Fancy sauce.
Liz got the last question wrong. What street should be
Oh
a dead
no,
end?
I did.
Road Road.
She said Sunic.
I did.
Tunic is a dead end. Tunic is a dead end.
And we've got ourselves that.
Her
Damn
ADHD
it.
brain.
Well, she got so
Shit.
Sunic is the street that they both
Oh
live
my
on,
God,
which
that's
is a dead end
hilarious.
street.
I wasn't
Rhodes
thinking.
Road connects to their street, Sunic Street, and it became a through street a couple years ago.
No, this last year.
Was it just this last year?
Yeah.
With the
The
roundabout.
liar.
I thought the
Aaron
roundabout
Hurd-
got put in a couple years ago.
No.
No,
Oh,
Like last 6 months?
yeah, probably.
the roundabout?
Yeah. It's just been open that long. They've been working on it for a while, but it just probably opened in the last 6 to 8 months.
Like over the summer it opened.
Yeah.
For reals.
Larry Pettis worked on the project.
Oh, the roundabout was there and you could go through it, but you couldn't get onto Rhodes Road from it. Is what you mean? The Rhodes Road connection wasn't open because I've driven through that roundabout since I moved back here. That was almost 3 years ago now.
No, it hasn't
It's
been
not
open
been
that
open.
long.
No way, it hasn't been.
The whole roundabout?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, it was
No.
literally finished last
But
year.
you could get through to Clear Lake through there.
Correct.
Still.
Yeah, that's-
that's what I'm saying.
But it
That's what I
wasn't
just
a
said. You guys
roundabout.
looked at me funny. I said the Rhodes Road connection just opened.
You've always been able to turn, it just wasn't.
So the roundabout itself was not open until all the connections were open. So that's.
But you
really
could
wild.
always turn.
Like they're not
from
going to
Highway
close
9.
off like the main highway to Clear Lake.
Yeah,
You're
but it
some
was.
kind of psychopath.
But it was a roundabout that I drove. Whatever. Not important. But yeah, she got
Well,
that.
That's hilarious.
So Liz
Minus
ended,
6 points for Meg.
Liz ended up with 3.33 points
That's
You
really
got a
sad
0.5
out of
there.
10.
out of 10.
You got a 1.
Oh.
Well, most of the Newlywed Game questions, like online, were like, which one of you is more stubborn, or who does this more? So, but also you normally are supposed to be playing like where you're trying to get the same matching because
Right.
you're usually going against another couple, not against
Yeah.
each other.
Right. And I feel like we were close on. a lot
Ricky's
of them.
funky scoring. I don't know how many questions Hook got, or how many points he got.
Points?
Let's just call it 6 points.
Yeah, when you get a question right, you get a point. Why is this? Why am I the only one who feels like this is a normal concept?
There's scales, Vic.
There's not
I-
scales.
There was
You get it
some-
right or you
Why does he
don't.
have a knife in his hand?
Dwight, you cannot take your pants off in the office.
Oh, the
How many did you get right?
That's another show.
Yeah, that was
I
a
like.
really-
Yeah,
but
well,
I feel like the end of the once Michael
Land and
Scott-
property was wrong. Pizza
Left.
was wrong.
Of all time,
You got Rhodes Road for sure. The laundry for sure. So that's 2.5.
What,
I really
laundry
like
one?
that show.
Huh?
You got occupation.
Oh no, it's mine.
She said she stays up late. That was her.
That's right.
She like Charmed, not
I
Supernatural.
feel like you couldn't even.
He only got like 2.5.
Yeah.
I think he only got 2.5 hook. She
So,
got
Final one was a
3.33.
bonus question. It was worth 5.
Bam!
Damn it!
I've lost control of the pod. Ricky has taken over the scoring scale and just handed the victory to his twin. Big surprise. Anything
I feel like we know each other pretty well.
anything going on in the world or any other things you guys
know each other.
want to mention
Oh,
here
God,
before we wrap
please,
up?
Please don't.
That horrible
Saints
no
game.
call in the Saints game still
Yep.
sits poorly with me.
So they're saying worst call or / no call in the playoffs of all time. I say worst, not like worst, but most obvious. There's other calls that are just as bad of a call, but
Like
there's
how so?
never as
Most egregious.
never as obvious of a bad call, even in the moment.
So wouldn't that make it the worst? Because it's the most obvious? So it's like the worst no call because if it's that obvious, you should
Then
call
why
it?
did you
There
open
was.
this
No,
up
I mean
for
there's other
question?
ones, and it's not.
However-
I'm not. I mean,
They were given a chance at redemption. They did win the coin.
I'm saying there's
Yeah,
other
but that's
calls
kind
that
of
are just as
bullshit. I think
bad.
that's bullshit because at the end of the day, they put themselves in a position to win.
No,
Okay.
yeah, no, I hate the whole like they could have done more to just win and not matter about that call.
They're
But if
playing like
everything
literally-
equal, if the Rams could have done more to where that didn't matter too. Like
Yeah.
all was equal. They played to how they both played.
Yeah.
And if the call was made correct, the Saints would have won.
Yes, it's clearly a devastating call, but however, they were given the chance.
Yeah, they still had a chance to win,
Yeah.
but they would have won if the call was just made correct.
Yeah, all you gotta do is make the like they did put themselves in a position to win the game. Like people are like, oh the
Well, you don't have to tell me, Hook. Des caught it, and I've been dealing with this for like a decade now.
Seahawks had like 3 of those in the Steelers Super Bowl back in the day. Offensive pass interference when the guy like touched the other dude's shoulder and then caught a touchdown and they called it off. That was just as bad of a call, but it wasn't as obvious because his arm was extended, so it looked like he pushed him, but really he just was literally touching him and then ran the other way.
I don't remember that. I just remember I had a terrible towel. My aunt made me a terrible towel for that game. And we were up at Rose's
God, you
house,
would.
and I was waving it around.
You were there, weren't you? You didn't go to.
No, not that one. I was working at
And then we went somewhere
Domino's.
else, too.
I was working at Domino's. I actually didn't watch that game until the last like 5 minutes. I got to come home and catch the very end of the game.
Oh damn.
Well, then there's the pass interference on Golden Tate as a Seahawk when he pushed the Green Bay Packers guy.
Talking about the Fail Mary?
Yes, and then the
So that's what I mean. There's other calls that
senator
were.
from Wisconsin tweeted out Roger Goodell's personal phone numbers on Adam Hazy.
That's all I'm saying. There's other calls in the playoffs, and well, the Golden Tate one wasn't the playoffs, but
Was that not the playoffs?
no, that was only week 3 because that was
Oh.
that was the replacement refs, and then after that game,
yeah,
guess who
right.
came back? Or
Yeah.
guess who they agreed to pay more money or whatever they did. But Liz, anything going on in the world that you want to promote or mention? Are you still doing
Plugs.
Etsy?
She is.
Yeah.
Doing what?
She has a successful Etsy business.
She has made I've commissioned 2 signs from her. One a
Interesting.
Mother's Day sign and one like a welcome or a home welcome to the Lewises or
Like a
Right
home
or
warming
not.
gift?
I already
Home warming?
housewarming gift.
Housewarming
Gift, but it was for Christmas. But yeah, it was for a new home.
Yeah.
Home time.
Crafting business is booming.
P&W Devoted Designs.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
P&W Devoted Designs. Check it out on Etsy.
An actual plug.
If anyone
I like
makes it a half an hour
Nice.
into this or an hour and a half into this podcast,
Oh, we've been doing this an hour and a half.
they go long.
Wow.
It just
That was pretty
happens.
quick, though.
Kyle Hook is he's an influencer.
No, it does because we try to make it as natural of conversations as possible, and then throw in some segments here and there. Actually, you guys have the most segments of anybody. We've never done like multiple games and things, but I've wanted to.
A lot of pressure on those games.
Also, we're a lot of games. We like games. Play a lot of games.
Study up on Game of Thrones.
So
Hook.
speaking of games, would you say that whenever you went to the World War II museum, was Blair excited, or was he?
Oh, so I said he never gets excited.
I would say he was pretty damn excited.
Which what I kind of meant was he doesn't show excitement.
I feel like you could still kind of see the excitement in him because he was kind of moving quickly and
That's what I.
So because you really know him and know his habits.
yeah. If I was an
Like,
outside
if-
person that didn't know him, I wouldn't know exactly if I'd be like, oh, that dude's excited.
That was more what I meant. I know
I'd
Blair
say
gets,
he's
Blair
definitely
gets excited by a
That
lot
was-
of
That was
stuff.
a pretty cool museum.
So
They did
my
a good job
apologies,
with that.
Blair.
There's a great
I
offense
pulled
to
a
that. And he's been bringing it up.
I said something that was not strictly true
I feel like
because
he gets
in my
excited about
head I
basketball,
meant
too.
separately. I meant he doesn't show it. You can't see the excitement in Blair very often.
Yeah, you often can't see
This
this.
guy good.
Although
point,
Austin,
right?
I'm that way too. I'm pretty.
Stoic.
Oh, I like that word.
Stays calm under pressure.
Darren's is very stoic.
I keep it internal.
We gotta get Darren
Yeah,
on
I
next.
wouldn't say you're stoic. Stoic's like.
Darren would say stoic,
Liz,
right?
don't take this from me.
Last time I seen Darren, he said he was gonna download and listen.
Right.
So we got to get him on. We definitely would like to do a UFC show, and then
I'm done.
I'm gonna do
Lordy.
Hook. I want to do an offset or a offshoot for Game of Thrones.
Like
My old roommate would like to too for the new season.
when it comes out, or
So
like
I
before?
want to do one episode before it comes out, like kind of recapping where everything is.
I might have to rewatch the last season.
I think I need to
It's been a
rewatch the
long
last
time.
season.
I watched it when it first came out.
I don't want to watch all the way back, but I'll rewatch the last season. It's only 8 episodes.
So it's a
Yeah.
good season. It's a good series to watch, but not rewatchable. Or do you watch them?
It is. It's just
times?
the thought of rewatching the entire series
Because it's a lot.
when it's completely done.
Well, yeah,
I'd
but-
probably rewatch it again in a couple of years.
This is the last season you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Usually the last season of a series I put down at least a good 10 times.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but the whole series.
Silicon Valley, a new one comes out, and I'll
Oh.
rewatch it from the beginning and then watch it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, but those are
Yeah,
half an hour
that's
episodes, 10 each. These are
Yeah.
an hour plus
Yeah,
every
these could be
episode.
over an
So we're
hour.
talking over 700.
Still, it'd be the same thing. It wouldn't matter.
I don't know. My
minutes.
thing with like pretty much almost any show, unless it's like a comedy for whatever reason, like I want to wait a couple years or more and then go back and watch.
But no, I guess that's a good point of whether it's rewatchable. Because House, I loved it, but when I tried to rewatch it, I didn't make it very far because
Yeah.
it's draining.
It is a draining show.
And when you kind of know what happens, it takes away some of the. Because it's not comedy, it's not funny still. You're like, oh yeah, they're going to cure
There's
this
bits in
guy.
it, but
I think as a whole, comedies are just more rewatchable.
Way easier.
You just want to feel good. and
you
laugh.
want to familiar.
But, so I want to do a pre-new season episode, and then to do a recap episode after each Game of Thrones episode.
Yeah, keep it in the loop.
But I think for the pre one, maybe a challenge to some Game of Thrones trivia, because my old roommate Ryan, big Game of Thrones fan, he would be into that too. So
you want me to moderate it between you two? Make it
we
like a
we can
battle royal?
basically be educating Ricky.
Yeah, I gotta find out.
Oh,
what's going on
Ricky
here.
could be the moderator. Then. It'll be like a battle royal buzz in type.
He can
thing.
for the trivia, yeah.
Nice, I like that.
And then I think if he doesn't watch the show, our recap episode, if he's able to be on it, depending on schedules, can be us basically explaining to him what happened, and then answering favorite part, worst part, predictions, shit like that.
Yeah.
So it would only be 8 total episodes because there's only 7 episodes of Game of Thrones this year. So 1 pre and then 7 post.
And they're all supposed to be like movie length, from what I heard.
Well, so I looked at it. It's the first 4 are 60 minutes and the last 3 are 80 minutes. No, the first 3 are 60 minutes, the last 4 are 80 minutes.
Huh.
So I was like, why didn't they just
I was gonna
do
say, why don't you
7 60-minute episodes and then the finale 80? But Ryan thought maybe it's because of all the battles. Because when you get those battle scenes and they
You don't
go
wanna,
for
like,
like
cut 'em
40
up.
minutes,
Yeah.
it takes up pretty much a whole episode by itself. So we'll see.
Battle of the Bastards. That was a good episode.
I said once the whole series is done, I'll definitely rewatch it all at some point.
I will too. I'll probably wait a year or so. But
What-
it also just sucks that the books aren't finished. Like
It's annoying.
like because the promises that.
Because that's the other thing too with this season. It took a year and a half. It took
That's
a year and a
funny.
half to get this last season.
Yeah,
And to me, instead of building the suspense, it kind of made me lose some excitement a while back. But I feel
I
it
agree.
starting now that we're getting closer to April, whatever 19th that it comes out.
Yeah.
It's starting to build back up. So, the first Hook is the one who introduced me to Game of Thrones and sold it with, it's got everything, boobs, blood, and swords.
It's true. Those are like.
So I watched
some
the
of
first
greatest
episode. I think at that point you'd only watched the first episode too because it just come out.
Well, I just saw. So I hadn't read the books yet, but I saw like on HBO, and it had.
It had like
Sean-
just come out. It was
Yeah, it just came out, and I saw like these previews for it. It had like Sean Bean in it. I've always been a big Sean Bean fan. Boromir, and pretty much most of the stuff he's done, I've enjoyed.
and always dies.
Spoiler alert.
Well, so my selling point to Ricky, like a one-line seller, only show where the first episode and the most recent episode include incest.
Ugh.
That's your selling point.
That's my selling line to Ricky.
Hope
He
Thanks, sisters, like watch out.
in addition to, it's just funny because what show does that? And the best part is too, in the first episode it was knowing incest. In the most recent, they don't even know that
That's
they did
true.
incest. I just think it's funny.
Technically,
R
Sunny's
plus L.
tackled by that.
Oh, I forgot. I was trying to think about when you were talking about.
R
okay,
plus
yep.
L equals J.
Yep.
Ew.
So
Ew.
You And then Tyrion looked really sad about it.
yeah,
Well,
It's his queen.
I know, but I think he was under her.
totes into her.
Hook. What's your favorite Chris Farley movie?
Whoa. This is the 20-year anniversary of his passing, or 25?
Has it been that long?
That
I enjoyed Black Sheep a lot. What's the one with his company, like his dad's company?
Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy is probably my favorite. Yeah, I like Black Sheep though.
I like Black Sheep because it was that much.
That was pretty cool. And Black Sheep had the crazy guy in it, right?
Gary Busey.
Gary Busey.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen either of those.
Oh, he died in 97,
My
December.
favorite one is
So it was over
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Beverly Hills Ninja is pretty great. I always quote that. Like I always say, I'm like a ninja.
Whenever he gets up and he goes, "Beep."
We lost Liz. She's starting her book. That's fine, though. We should wrap this one up.
Should.
Unless we're going to keep going and then make it a two-parter.
Hashtag Saints got
If you,
robbed. Hashtag I'm scared of sounding like a Hawks fan, but I feel like it's okay.
Hashtag justified.
Hashtag Russell Wilson's a phone.
I feel like I run.
Hashtag hoop. What the hell, man?
I run with the right Seahawks fans who don't blame the refs all the time. So then when I hear like who was it? Dylan face messaged you after the Cowboys game, and he immediately started talking about the refs stealing another game of Seahawks, and I was just like, no. I was like, there was a normal amount of bad calls in that game. Like every other, it just makes it sound like we don't watch NFL Seahawks fans. Like,
well, there's a big thing on the Saints subreddit. Like, there's this huge post that got some of the highest upvotes. It's like, you guys, do not complain about the refs at the cost of you might sound like a Seahawks fan.
All right. Well, Super Bowl's next week.
I will not be watching. Hashtag boycott bowl.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna
You're
watch
really
that
actually
shit.
going to do it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking watch that shit.
I'm gonna watch it and eat hot
Football
wings.
season is over.
I don't want either team to win. Like, I want the Patriots to win just because I'm so pissed off, even though it wasn't their fault at the Rams right now. Like, Marcus Peters, he was a Husky, but I cannot stand that guy.
I don't know who's Husky.
Yeah, Peterson kicked him off the team. He was like one of their best cornerbacks. His what's-his-face, Sark, recruited him. And,
Sarkisian?
yeah, and he like kept showing up late and stuff to meetings, and he's one of the best players. And Pearson's like, look, if you keep showing up late to meetings, I'll kick you off the team. And apparently he did, and Pearson said, see you later.
Well,
first-round draft pick, too, I think.
It's getting late. We're 48 minutes past 6 o'clock, which I hear is
Oh, my
It's bedtime.
chillax time.
God. She's violent, man. She
Yeah,
just
I
threw
think
a pen
she's-
at me.
We used to call Kira Old Lady Kira, but
Well,
partly
then
that
that
was
is-
because she was actually older than us.
Old lady.
But she also liked to stay in a lot. Liz is the youngest of the group, and she wants to be at home by 6. But we'll wrap this one up, and thanks for coming.
Yeah. I was hurt that Hoop called me out saying I didn't invite him to the party when I haven't talked to Hoop in like 7 years. He's got the open invite with Ricky. You know?
He's been kind of, he's been hanging out with me and Ricky a lot more, so I think he's trying to get back into like, I don't think he went a while without really having friends that he hung out with regularly, just at like big events.
Well,
So
he's been living down the embarrassment.
He's
of
trying to be
striking-
more social.
Striking out twice in softball.
Didn't
that's
that happen
pretty
to
bad.
Skylar too?
It's pretty bad. Probably. Skylar was terrible.
And maybe Dana? Didn't Dana Wickstrom foul out a ton?
Oh, I forgot Dana was on the
We
team for a
charged
while.
didn't we charge him a case of beer for that?
We did.
He manned up and he brought it the next week.
He was a good
Stand-up guy. Yeah.
I was like Dana.
All right, look for us bringing the Red Rockets back. There was some discussion about it at poker, Ricky.
Oh, Red Rockets, huh?
Yeah,
So
Is Wes Shoemaker in on this?
I hope so. I haven't seen him in a
we'll
long
have to message him. All right, and until next time.
I can't play.
That's what I was telling everybody.
Yeah, that's what Meg said.
You could
I
be
can-
a.
I
Can
can
you
be
be
a
a
hitter.
DH? Yeah.
But I'm not good at hitting. I'm good at fielding.
Yeah, you're pretty good at hitting.
Just get on the deck. Can you not run? That's the whole deal?
I can run.
No, it's throwing.
I can't throw it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because of the arm break. That's right.
Mhm.
So just get on the bases.
Yeah, you could
Bases
never-
are dangerous.
You could never have your own podcast. Look, you're very unaware of your distance to the microphone
I
throughout
thought
the.
we cut the
Luckily-
podcast already.
Luckily, you're loud enough that it can still hear you. Like I can still see it on there, so we're pretty good. But we're gonna get those good ones that like the arms come, so then you
Yeah.
can kind of just hold it and move it with you.
I
What
just
is
thought
that?
we had already cut the podcast.
Well,
You can kind of, but if like you lean back, they only go to here.
Is
So-
this still recording?
Yeah,
Welcome
still
to
recording.
episode 1 of Hookcast.
It's where I sit 5 feet from the microphone.
Honestly, that was just as loud as a lot of stuff or louder. But yeah, we'll edit as best we can, compress it, and make so the quiet moments get a little louder and the loud moments a little quieter, and it usually comes out all right. Especially since we figured out how to use the mixer correctly.
How much did that cost you?
Well, this one was Matt's. I have one that only is for
Oh,
one
yeah, you
microphone, and it came in the set for $100. But the set also came with the microphone, the stand, the cords, this thing, so that the mixer goes into the laptop.
Yeah.
Which that thing actually costs like $30 by itself, apparently. So it was a pretty good deal for if you were doing a solo podcast. If you're doing one like we are, it was not the best way to go. But all right, well, for the 5th time, we'll wrap this one up. Thanks again for coming.
Nice.
Cue the music.